Welcome back to the Himthorn Media Podcast. I'm so excited about today's episode. It is with Sarah Kellie, wedding photographer, videographer, all-around businesswoman extraordinaire. Sarah's one of those annoying people that makes it look effortless, and she's nice, and she's got great friends. She looks like she has it all, which tells me she probably works harder than anyone you know. When people make it look easy, the stuff they're doing when no one else is watching, that's gotta be her. If it's not, it's even more annoying because she is absolutely just crushing it. Sarah has been instrumental in my journey as a videographer, especially as a wedding videographer. So it was so much fun to sit down, have a couple espresso martinis, and just talk wedding videography, photography, and business for that matter. So we had the espresso martini with a slight twist. We had the white espresso martini. Here's the recipe. Grab some quality coffee beans. We went with Telio. We are going to measure out from there 18 grams of our coffee, put it in your hopper, and get to grind it. Nice. From there, you take this little scrubber thing and just make sure it's an even grind, tamp it out, all that good stuff. From there, I got this next tip from a barista at Picasso's. Be sure to heat up the glass that the coffee is going to get into, so therefore it doesn't get bitter. It's a nice tip. Essentially what we're going for is 2 fluid ounces of espresso in about 30 seconds. There we go. We got our 2 ounces of espresso. Crack a bunch of ice from there, and we're going to add 1.5 ounces of espresso, 1 ounce of Bailey's Irish Cream, 1/2 ounce of Tito's Vodka, and another 1/2 ounce of your coffee liqueur of choice. Right here, I'm using Mr. Black, which is fantastic, a little more dry. I believe the day of, Sarah and I had Kahlua, which is also great. Look at this. This is a fantastic recipe that shout out to YouTuber Drew H50. I found this recipe from a comment he had, and it absolutely slaps. Thank you, Drew. The white espresso martini. Have it on your next girls' night or by yourself watching a rom-com. They're for boys, too. I'm good if you're good.
I'm ready.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's give these a try.
All right,
I hope you like it. Cheers.
Oh, I know it's going to be good.
The white espresso martini.
Oh, dang, Mike. You killed that.
Ah!
Crushed it.
You said exactly what I told you to. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, what's the next thing I have to say?
Yeah, right. I gave you a script. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, I made this 4 different ways because I didn't want to mess it up.
I feel honored, honestly. You put so much effort in.
I did. I was scared.
Should not have been scared.
I made my wife pick up beans that I knew wouldn't suck.
It's incredible.
That is the best one, though. Thank you.
That is the best. I'm not just saying this. This was not in the script. This is the best espresso martini I've had.
Stop it.
No, I am not joking. And
Hey.
I've had so many. And I'm not.
Huge.
I wouldn't just say that. I promise. That is so good.
You just made my day.
Drop the link in our group chat.
I'm amazing.
I need to make this.
This is super easy. So this was, I don't know if I can remember it, 1 ounce. Let me see if I can steal the recipe someone worked very hard on. 1 ounce of Bailey's.
Okay.
Which was
delicious.
That's what makes it the white espresso martini.
I got you.
So that helps. So that's what made it different. 1 ounce of Bailey's,
Okay.
1.5 ounces of espresso,
Okay.
1/2 ounce of Kahlua,
Okay.
and then 1/2 ounce vodka. Boom.
It is yummy.
It's good, right?
It's the Bailey's.
It's the Bailey's.
It's the
Everything
Bailey's.
else, like most of the recipes, were like equal parts vodka, espresso, and then a coffee liqueur.
Okay.
And I bought this stuff called Mr. Black,
Oh.
which is like the coffee liqueur that was in like everything.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was super excited about
Yeah.
it, and we didn't use it.
Oh. Well, this is a fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you
Yeah, no,
approved.
thank
And it doesn't
you.
suck. All right,
Thank
cool.
you.
I'm gonna drink these way too fast.
No, same.
Yeah. If you do another one, we're good to go.
You know, I might have to have 2.
Yeah. These don't suck. And like I said, I almost wore my coveted polo that has espresso martinis on them, which was a Christmas present I got just this past Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
From my dad.
Your dad was like,
he's like,
my son needs this.
yeah, he goes, I know you love cocktails and I know you love coffee. Espresso martinis. It's the perfect shirt.
Wow.
And I was like, this is a chick shirt.
So what I'm hearing is I need to buy the same shirt and we need to shoot a wedding in matching espresso martini
It would
shirts.
be weird if we didn't, right?
And, I do think I have a wedding coming up this year where the bride's signature drink is an espresso martini.
Stop it.
So we could be on, brand for the wedding.
There you go. I feel like I cut you off too. The espresso martini, we picked
Yeah.
it today. You said this is your kind of drink of choice with your couples that you
Oh my
constantly
gosh.
go back to.
Yeah, so with my couples, I love sitting down and grabbing a drink with them, either at the end of their engagement session or sometimes we just like set up like a random time to grab a drink, grab a coffee.
That's a good move.
Yeah, but espresso martinis is usually my go-to. And so much so that I have been gifted espresso martini mix with my
That's awesome.
tip at the end of the night and the wedding day, like multiple times. This has happened over 5 times.
It's like your whole personality now.
Yes, I know. It's just like, and I usually grab a drink with them. The bride's getting an espresso martini. Sometimes the grooms are grabbing one too with me. So
They're good. I feel like I sounded extremely sexist. Where I'm like, this is a chick shirt, and I rewind 4 minutes ago. I'm like, this is so good.
so good.
They are good,
They are good.
but I feel like they are notoriously like.
Oh no, for sure.
Right? Yeah.
And it's funny because this is a white espresso martini for a white girl drink. So
It's even worse. Yeah, it doesn't like the white espresso. It doesn't have like that cliche like I don't know how it would look on my shirt.
right.
But it's so,
It's so good.
like
When
milky smooth.
I know it's been a long day. I'm like, you need a little bit of oomph. I'd be exhausted if I was drinking just like straight wine or something right now.
Yes, that could put me to sleep. What I wasn't looking forward to about today is I am not sleeping tonight.
Oh,
There's no way.
Especially if we have 2 of these.
If we have 2, I'm gonna be wired.
That's okay. I've got editing to do. So
Right, just use it to your advantage.
yeah.
I don't drink caffeine. I try not to drink caffeine past noon
Okay, fair.
because I'm 85 years old.
Okay, well, smart.
So,
I need
like,
to be doing that.
Usually, if I haven't made it an espresso martini in let's say 2 years, so I want to like practice for it, but
Yeah.
I never wanted to practice because then maybe I couldn't sleep. So
Oh, fair.
So I had like 4 today.
Because you're up texting me in the morning early because
Yeah.
you're up with your kids.
Yes.
And I'm the one up like late. When you texted me today and you were like, is 6 o'clock too late for the filming? I was like, I was worried it was too early.
It's totally different. It's like it's weird. I have like people. I'll wake up at like
Yeah.
5:30 and need to respond to like all the texts I got
Yeah.
past 9 p.m.
Yeah.
That's my bedtime.
Okay, so fair though. I wish I was that good.
It's usually 10ish most days.
Yeah.
And then it's usually 6 a.m. most days, depending if the kids stay asleep.
Fair.
Because they've been bad. They're bad people.
They're bad people.
They do it on purpose. And the little one, because people would love to hear this, we're dead asleep in our bed. She crawled in our bed
Yeah.
and just like sat up and just stared. And we didn't notice she was in her bed. So we woke up and she's just like lingering over.
Whoa.
Freaked us out. Like I almost kicked her in
Like
the
a
face.
horror movie.
It was terrifying. She's just holding books like 3 a.m. Like, can you read to me? Or like, go to bed.
You're like, no.
Yeah, I love that you get cocktails with your couples.
Yeah.
I've grabbed coffee before.
Okay.
So I was like super professional.
Yeah.
You're grabbing cool drinks and having fun, which I feel like
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 it
this,
really
it helps the vibes.
sets the tone. I mean, I set that tone even during the inquiry process. I'm like, I want to grab drinks with you once or twice, or maybe more.
totally.
And it usually attracts those couples that I love, which is usually someone who has a full dance floor and is a couple who are wanting to have like a party at their reception and
Yeah.
less traditional.
Sure.
So yeah.
It's got to probably help the day of shoots as well. Like you're not like, you're kind of seeing a friend again or
Yes.
just kind of easing into it. Or
Yes.
remember we did that shot or whatever. Even if it's just a
Yes.
beer, you know?
Yeah, I had oh my gosh, I did one of these in the fall last year in October. We grabbed some drinks on demand down in Clayton. And we were like 4 beers in.
Nice.
And we were
You guys want to get nachos?
I was like, do you want any more photos? And the groom was like, I'm wasted. And I was like, great. But we got to know each other so well. And I loved that so much because it was just comfy. We stopped talking about the wedding like an hour in and we sat there for like 3 hours.
It was like less work.
Yes.
And just more play.
Yeah.
And I feel like you do a really good job of like the few weddings I've shot with you, it's like your couples love you. You build up the camaraderie. Everyone who's like related to you, whether it's like Lindsay Photography
Oh,
or your
yeah.
second shooters
Yeah.
or the one I just met at your last wedding, like everyone's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Like your network is so like, I'm just going to blow smoke. Like that's what this podcast is let's have nice people over and say nice things.
Yeah.
But you really do have like a solid network
Thank you.
of people.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah.
I'm very strict on who works with me.
There you go. And I think that's what I'm getting at is like, you're very like, I think you're in the position to probably be choosy.
Yeah.
And which is amazing. And then you just pick really nice people.
Thank you.
I'm jealous.
Well, and
so
I'm
cool.
so glad I can use this as like a reference because I always tell my couples during the inquiry process, I'm like, I don't choose someone off Facebook the week before. I have a small group of people, especially when it comes to second shooters, that I trust. And I'm not going to just choose someone random. Like, I don't want that.
I didn't even know that was an option.
I didn't know that.
Wait, you can do this on Facebook for cheaper?
I mean, as a videographer, I've worked with photographers before who the second's like, yeah, I met them like 2 days ago. Like, or like seconds who maybe are not as seasoned, right? Like I want my second to know how to assist, but also grab extra angles because that only helps me and my couple. Like I know photographers who don't use their second's photos in the gallery. Because,
interesting.
Yeah, because they're like, I don't need it.
I just needed a body there per the contract, but I'm not going to really use you.
Yeah.
And I think there's probably a time or place, let's say earlier on, if you want to train someone or maybe they'd even hire a second.
1,000%.
And you want to, hey, I'll show you. But, given.
Or when you're like getting started, right?
Totally.
There's a time and place.
There's a time or place. Yeah. But to have a second that's equally a badass where you can, hey, do this. Yeah. And it's going to be usable and in the gallery. Yeah. That's huge.
And I post about them too. Excuse me, on my Instagram story throughout wedding days, and I want them to get to know who my seconds are. And I have people who will request seconds just because of what they've seen on my Instagram.
Oh, that's huge.
Like the behind the scenes.
Does that hurt your feelings?
We
really went this second. You're like, chill.
No, I love it because I'm glad that I'm doing my job at the second. And the other way, I'm like for Lindsay, for example, Lindsay?
Yes.
I always tell Lindsay, I'm like, when I post a picture of the two of us on my story, I get more likes on it than if it's just me.
Which is a great problem to have.
It's a great problem to have.
But chill, Lindsay.
But I know, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I know my seconds and videographers are super cool, but like, I'm cool too, guys.
My ego can be like super fragile. Which I thought I was a confident person until I started to briefly just now try to make content. And then I'm like, do I hate myself?
No, it's so hard.
Weird.
Especially like getting started in the wedding industry. Can we talk about that? Like,
please.
It is ruthless. Like your wins, your successes, and your failures are very public, incredibly public. I mean, like your clients are your bosses. Like everything you do is online. You have to share your work and people have judgments on it, whether it's good or bad. I mean, I have clients who, when I meet with them during their wedding meeting, and I love that they know what they want, but they sit down and they're like, I love these photos from this past wedding you did, and I don't like these. And I'm like, I get it, right? This is your wedding. I want them to have opinions.
Sure.
But it is ruthless.
Get some thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well said.
Thank you.
Because I am like, this is my first year going full time, doing a lot of weddings, and I can have work I'm proud of, and I won't post it sometimes, or need like a week to post it. Like I love what I make,
right?
But I saw what that guy did, and that was way better.
Oh my gosh, yes.
People are gonna think I suck. Yeah. I just won't post it. And this is after they loved it. Like I'll get like some like beautiful text. Yeah. That will like make me cry.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'll post that. But is that gloating?
No, literally.
Yes. And I feel like you're so good at posting. So I feel like you've mastered like the whole Gary V. Just post it.
I've read all of his books way back when.
Have you really? Way back when? Yeah.
Way back when I got started, like in 2018.
Totally. Yeah. Jab, right hook.
Yes.
Yeah, but like it still rings true. Just like I don't think one of my favorite quotes. It's like there's no one who's doing better than you that will say something negative.
Yeah. 1,000%.
So that helps.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, it is so hard. And in this industry, I've talked to you about this a little bit. Like, I think when a lot of people go full time or even just like go into weddings in general, they are going in it to be an artist. And of course, it's artistic. It's creative. We are in a creative industry. We are creatives. But I got burnt out being an artist. I got burnt out with my creative... I fueled my creativity only through this job, and that's how I got burnt out. And it wasn't until I saw myself as a business owner first where I became rejuvenated and became more alive in this industry.
You brought that up very easily, and that's what I wanted to get into. I wrote down a quote.
Oh, yeah.
From Sarah Kellie.
Oh, my gosh.
If you feel like breaking the fourth wall, you can just look at your camera.
Wow.
Yeah, we grabbed coffee, and you said,
Yes.
when I became better at business, that's when I became a better artist.
Yes.
That was such a light bulb moment because, like, you think it would be the opposite.
Oh, 1,000%.
Right.
And I thought so back
Like,
when.
once my art's better,
then I'll be a better
then I'll be
business.
richer
Yeah,
because people will love me. That's so
Yeah,
true.
but as an artist, you don't put boundaries on your work because you are an artist. That's who you are every day, 24/7. But like,
Preach.
I can put boundaries on my business a lot more than being an artist because I'm being an artist all day long.
Sure.
In all different aspects of my life outside of photography.
Right.
So like when I learned that I'm a business owner who sells an artistic pursuit, it allowed me to put boundaries on my work. And that's when I just flourished. Because
when you started standing up for yourself.
Yes.
Instead of, yes, I can do 2 more hours. Yes, I can give you this for free.
Yes.
Accept me.
Yeah.
I'm insecure.
Yes.
I'm saying this because this is where I'm at.
No, 1,000%.
What do you need?
Been
Just let
there.
me shoot it, you know?
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I'm a business owner. At the end of the day, I love what I do. This is like, I love weddings, and weddings are such an amazing way to be able to make an income. But at the end of the day, this is a business, right? This isn't, I'm just handing out charity work.
You're so good at that. Just as far as like your contracts and the hours and just the couple of brief calls we've been on together where the couple can ask for something. You're like, that's good, but then we'll need to do this earlier, so we still use your 8 hours. You just know, like, we'll just give you an extra 2 free hours.
Yeah.
And I think in doing that, it makes you come across, like you said, more professional. She's on top of her game.
Yeah.
Her time is worth it.
They trust you.
It probably provides more trust because the amateur would just give it to him.
Because the
more,
more I gave for free, the more I was doing way like 12, 14-hour days. I was burning out. I couldn't show up for my clients because I'm an artist. This is what I do. You will
die for your art.
Right. Everyone should have this amazing art that I'm creating. But like at the end of the day, it's like you have to have boundaries. You have to be able to know what's important for you to do as a business owner. Like I know we've talked about this, but like outsourcing is such an important part of my business. And I think it's very interesting how in the creative field, especially weddings, I feel like from a client perspective, or sometimes even photographers too, it's looked down upon when it comes to like, oh, a photographer should do everything. I'm like, I can't be a marketing director and a CPA and be my only salesperson and edit everything.
And get your workouts in and go shopping and clean your house and be a wife.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
And just be happy, get some free time.
I'm like, and do 45 weddings a year. I can't do that.
Like 45 weddings a year. Okay, like that is unarguably just like you're a full-time.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 times over.
Yeah.
I think there's some people like who will hear that and be like, oh, like listen up, like this is like you're the real deal. And you've already touched on a lot of it, but when I asked you to be on the podcast and I gave you like a brief description of kind of what the podcast is about, it's about creatives, work-life balance, cocktails, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you said like, I love that theme because I was burnt out.
Yeah.
You hired a business coach.
Yeah.
And you went from being burnt out, I want to sell my business, I want out, to thriving, I love my life, everything's great.
Yes.
That right there was like, I can't wait to hear that story.
Yeah.
If you can just kind of
absolutely.
just dive into that, I would love it.
Yeah. So in 2022, I hired a business coach and I told her, I said, hey, like, I'm burnt out. I want you to help me get out of this. Like, I want to shoot my last wedding in 2023. Dang. I said that verbatim. I have that email still. And
frame it.
Yeah, I know, literally. And she was like, okay, like, let's do it. Here's what I think you need to do. Like, to transition into more of a 9-to-5, you're going to need to start like outsourcing a little bit so that way you can kind of ease out your times because you're going to be working 9-to-5 again. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's start outsourcing. And like, she was like, what do you love about your business? Like, what do you want to hold on to during this time of transition? And I said, I love selling and I love shooting. And she goes, okay, then outsource the rest.
Black and white.
And I said, okay. I'm like, are clients going to be upset? And she's like, you're going to be able to give them the product, even better because you can focus on what you love most. And I said, okay, cool. So I started that transition process, and I was going to start applying for jobs. And throughout the process, I was like, oh, like I'm feeling more free. I'm allowing myself to do what I love, which is selling to inquiries and shooting my weddings and engagements and sessions. And then, you know, I'm editing sneak peeks, but I'm having someone assist on the photo editing side and the video editing side. And it allowed me to create like a project spec sheet for them to be able to like, okay, this is how I want the video to look and feel. And here's the sneak peek I've edited. And then they're able to put it together because I was able to teach them my style.
I love that.
Yeah.
You kind of brushed over this point, and I think it's super key is when your business coach asked you, what do you love most? Like I don't know if it was like that at the time, but you seem to rattle it off.
Yeah.
Like it is selling and it is shooting.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, that was my favorite part.
Just knowing that, I think is big.
Yeah. 1,000%.
I don't know if I got asked that question, I'd be like, well,
and I don't
maybe it's this.
And I think she did help me get to that point to
Sure,
decide.
okay.
Like,
yeah,
I
make
can
me feel
rattle
better
it
about
off.
myself.
Yeah, no, I can rattle it off now because I live by it.
Sure.
You know, and I've been living by that for like 2.5 years. But back then I probably didn't. I think she really helped me.
Help you define.
Yeah.
And I think that's good advice for anyone listening. It's just like, define what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I know that's what I'm working through right now as far as even a step further, like, is it just weddings? Is it weddings and music videos?
Right.
Is it weddings, music video, and docs?
Right.
Is it wedding, music videos, and commercial work? It's like, I gotta, like, every advice I hear is niche down.
Yeah.
And I know that's good advice because every time I hear it, I get my feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You know, where
Yeah.
it kind of bothers you. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's truth to that,
Right,
you know?
right.
So
Yeah.
just knowing what style you want to go towards. And I think right now weddings is obviously the bulk of it. I love it. But then even within that, like, what do you love most about weddings? And then outsource the rest. Like, I feel like she said that so black and white. And I love her follow-up point of, because you got a little like, I was a little scared, like, well, will it be as good? Will my couples be served? And her point was, if I'm saying this correctly, like, it'll be better because you're doing what you love more.
Yes. And
that's so cool.
And to my clients listening,
yeah, delete.
like, I use one person to help me on the video side and one person to help me on the photo side. They're truly a part of my team. It's not just like some random people that help me and I just throw it at a company and they just do it. It is a name on like a person that just like is helping me.
You know these people.
Yes.
You trust these people.
I consider them a part of my team. I'm Venmoing them for coffee to go get. It's like tips.
They're family.
They literally are. And like everything runs through me. And like once I get like a gallery back, I put my eyes on it again. And then I'm the one doing the Photoshop edits, etc.
You have a process.
Yeah.
A trusted process.
Yes. And on the video side too, like there are steps like between it all. You know, it's not like my video editor helps me and then sends it over to me. I'm like, okay, cool. Here it is, the client. Like, it's a collaboration.
I love that. That's huge because that was my biggest question for you. It's like, do I do like uncut gems or do I use like an outsourced editor? Because I've heard great things about that from people doing amazing work.
I know people who love uncut gems.
Right.
Yeah.
And then YouTubers I follow who swear by it, all that stuff. And your advice is like, well, if you do know somebody, if you're lucky enough to know someone who can edit, and I do have a shooter who's like, can I edit some of your films? And I was like, like maybe we could figure it out.
Yeah.
And I love that collaboration of like, hey, I'll send you a film, edit it.
Yeah.
Here's some like compliment sandwich notes of like, you nailed this, maybe tighten that up. And
1,000%.
And he, when we were talking about it last, had a really great point of like, if we work on this now, he's like, eventually we'll come up with a style that we like.
Yes.
You know, and I'm sure you're already there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, and he's like, and then that's what you'll sell.
Yes.
I was like, oh, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Because I'm making the mistake right now where I'm like, I got to shoot it. I got to edit it. I got to invoice it.
Right.
I got to do everything, you know?
Yeah.
Which is
yeah. And we're
not
talking
great.
about video right now. And she helps me stay consistent in my style too.
That's great.
And like, of course, I'm artistic and there are different things different ways to shoot a wedding day.
Sure.
Clients have different expectations of what they want, you know, but she keeps me consistent. She allows me to have the turnaround times I have. And I don't know, I couldn't do this job at the capacity I do it and be as available creatively for my clients.
Sure.
Without them.
100%.
Hands down. And I'm just like, you go to a coffee shop, let's just say, for example, because we're drinking some espresso martinis. Like, you've got someone who's helping you at the cash register. You've got someone who's making your drink. You have the owner of the business. You've got
points.
Someone behind the scenes being their CPA. You've got, 1,000 people helping you out to get that coffee. And it's really disheartening sometimes when people are like, oh, a wedding photographer should do it all. I'm like,
you should also be the wedding coordinator too.
Oh,
that is your job.
Sometimes
I know, I'm sorry.
I'm like, sometimes I think I have to be. It's like, at the end of the day, it's your business and run it how you want it to be run.
My cousin is a construction worker. I say that as he owns a construction company. So he's leveled up, and now he's like worked his business up where now he's just like overseeing it and making high level decisions. Like, he's crushing it. He's younger than me, and I'm super jealous. Like, he's just doing really good. Yeah. And my wife made a good point because we're talking about delegating. Yeah. And she goes, "Do you think like Andrew hits every nail and does the siding?" And she goes, "He has." She said it so like black and white. We're like, of course, right,
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
I think people sometimes think like they see us as an artist of like painting a painting. Like, only the artist should be painting that painting and selling it. I'm like, when it comes to weddings, at least, like as a wedding photographer and videographer, there's so many other elements going on.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, on my photography packages, there's a reason why people want myself and a second photographer. Because they want those extra angles. They want a second touch. They want a second pair of eyes.
Yes, and you've doing this for almost a decade, or maybe 8 years.
I've been doing it full time for 5, and then I shot like technically my first wedding in 2017, but then I did one in 2017, one in 2018. Right, and then 2019 was like my first big year.
Like your first, that's so it. To give a couple where you started, and then that first year where it's like, oh, I did more than 2.
Oh yeah. Fun fact for everyone listening: Mike was at my first wedding I ever shot.
How crazy!
We didn't even know until like the last time we chatted.
We've known each other for almost a year, and then just our last meeting, you're like, who? Like just normal conversation like this, like, so who's your first wedding? You're like, Dan Courtcamp. I'm like, that's my cousin.
And I was like, oh my gosh, you were at that wedding? That was my first wedding. I had no idea what I was doing.
Because we met at a wedding.
Yes.
That we were separately
Amber
working.
And Casey.
Yes. Casey and Amber.
Yeah, we love you. Shout out.
That's where we met.
Yeah.
And I shot you a DM before the wedding, which might have came across creepy. I was doing the whole like YouTube thing of like how to be better. And like, reach out to your photographers and just introduce yourself. Like, okay, So.
No, I loved it. Yeah.
I did that move. Yeah. But that's so bizarre to backtrack a bit that you did my cousin's wedding.
Yes, my very first wedding.
That's insane.
Ever. I did have I've been doing video work up through like transitioning into weddings. Like, I was working, as I said like earlier, on documentaries and stuff for college. I got my degree in journalism, specifically was focused on broadcast. So I was shooting packages and small, documentaries and assisting on different things for years. But then took that candid documentary style into weddings kind of right as that documentary buzzword was getting really popular.
Right.
Which I
think it still works.
It still works. Oh, 1,000%.
Do you guys want more cinematic or more documentary?
Oh my gosh, I have literally like 6 or 7 couples this year requesting no post photo time. We're doing no post photo time. I just did one of them back in February. It was lovely.
I love that. Just more like authentic in the moment. I feel like I want to buy like a really nice microphone just to like capture like natural talking.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I have an inquiry I'm talking to right now, and they're like, we want to pass a camcorder around.
That's cool.
And I was like, yes, let's do it.
Or like I could see like handing out like have you seen this TikTok of this guy who will give like strangers a throwaway or disposable camera? Yes. And he makes a good video out of it?
Yes.
Yeah, we should steal that idea.
Did you just see the one he posted from the Masters?
Masters? Yeah!
Oh my gosh! I love it.
Martinis.
Yeah. Martinis.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So good. Sidetrack. We'll get into nerdy business stuff, but like, how great was that Masters?
Oh my gosh. I wish I could talk about that because I don't know anything about it.
Oh, so you're a fraud.
I only saw the Instagram
TikTok.
and the film photos.
I thought we were going to have a moment. You're
sorry.
Dead to me.
I know. I love every other sport. I'm so sorry.
Don't pour salt in the wounds. Like, no, I like all sports except that one.
Except golf.
Except my favorite one. My wife, Sarah, different Sarah.
Which is so funny.
Right. she is the same way. She could care less about golf, but being married, I had to like force her to watch it. And now she's like obsessed with the Masters, and we're gonna try to go next year.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool!
Right?
Oh, I did shoot an engagement session where the Masters took place last year.
What?
Yeah, back in October.
Augusta?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, no, last year. Or 2 years ago? Where was it? Like in 2023? I think it was when it was. In North Carolina?
It's always in Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, okay. So then what was I thinking about? It wasn't the Masters.
U.S. Open? Oh, you're a liar.
Yes.
You're a bad person.
Yeah,
you got to be so excited.
I know. It was a different... See, I don't know golf. It's a big golf...
Is it the U.S. Open?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's arguably the second biggest one.
Okay. Sorry.
The Masters is
Sorry to get you excited.
You really did. Well, the Masters is like, if I can nerd out a little bit,
Yeah.
like ultra prestigious, like super hard to get on the grounds. I was like, they let you shoot a wedding there? Like,
no.
That would have been insane.
Yeah, it was an engagement session back in October. We got to take photos there. It was really cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Even, like I said, I want to go to the Masters next year. Probably won't have, you can't buy tickets. You have to enter a lottery online from June 1st to June 20th of this year.
It is prestigious.
And then in July, they pick people, and you know if you're going. Wow. You don't know what day you're going. Like, you're just lucky you're going. It's crazy.
Just lucky you're going. I've only had to do that for the Daytona 500, and that is not.
Hey-o, different sports.
Different sport.
But you shot on the same golf course as the U.S. Open.
Yes.
That's amazing. How was that?
Oh, it was amazing. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was definitely very rich. I was like, oh. It was just...
Was everyone there, like, better than you?
Yeah, I know. That's how I felt. Truly. Like, white tablecloths everywhere. I was like...
It's so cool. Yeah. I already feel like you can feel, like, uncomfortable at weddings, and that one, I'd be like, oh, my gosh.
I know. I was like, ooh. Yeah.
So, you got the business going. You got the coach. What was the big, if you didn't hit on it already, the big aha moment where things started to turn around where I don't want to sell my business. I do want to keep this. I am enjoying the process. Because that's a big deal to go from, like, I hate this. Yeah. Which even if you did, like, you learned something, you're moving on. Right. But here you are crushing it. You said 50 weddings this year. Yeah. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
We're capping it, guys.
We're done.
You've heard it here.
She's sold out, everybody.
You've heard it here. I'm capping it. We're done. That's so no cool. more.
And it's April.
It's April.
Like, that's amazing. That's inspiring.
I'm very thankful. I know I know people are having trouble with booking this year in different ways. I think it's changing a little bit. I think people are booking last minute. So I think people are getting more booked. So I feel like it's hard to talk about, but I was like sitting around tables with people at the end of last year and like with photographers who do this full time, and they're like, we're really struggling. We're not even a quarter booked. And that's really hard. I feel like it struggles. I think it comes down to, if I had to give any advice to someone who's like trying to figure out how to sell in this environment, sorry, Mike, but I would say photo and video offering helps. Offering both. Like
doing both?
Yeah, gotcha. I do think that does help. I think the other thing comes down to your selling process. I think a lot of photographers and videographers right now are not selling to the couple, like a younger couple. Younger couples don't want to get on the phone. I'm just going to be point blank with that one. And not saying that that's everybody. Some people do want to do a video call. That's great. And I think it's just make sure that your selling process is going towards your type of audience. You know what I mean? Like, if you are selling to an older couple, maybe in their 30s, maybe a more luxurious brand, like, yeah, maybe that really does work for you. More of my couples average, more like 25, 26. And they don't want to talk to me over the phone. Do
they prefer like video calls?
Yeah. So what I do is I make a custom video on Loom, walking them through everything.
Yes.
I walk through a full custom proposal for them, sample galleries, a sample video. Like, I create, it's like 20 minutes for every single inquiry that I want to shoot.
Gold.
It helps. It really does. And I'm okay with sharing that because I don't think everyone wants to take the time to do that. But I think if you do take the time and your audience responsible to that, take it and run. Because I want more people to be able to thrive,
Totally.
So.
Well, it also gives, I think, without scheduling the call, when you're still trying to do that, a moment to show off, like you're great to talk with. You have a very bubbly personality.
Thank you.
And then in your quick Loom video,
yeah,
I'm sure that cuts across. I'm sure you're very aware of what you're doing. And not only am I selling price right now, but you're also selling yourself. And here's what you get on your wedding day. which is a point I wanted to make earlier. Like, your work is
Yeah.
great.
Thanks.
It speaks for itself.
Thank you.
But I think what might be arguably more important is your personality.
Oh yeah, the experience. That's what you're selling.
That's what you're selling. And if you can nail both of those things, great.
Thank you. Yeah, like
You know?
I like if an inquiry comes through, let's say at 10 a.m. Like I got an inquiry this morning at 10 a.m.
Yes.
At 3 p.m. I was sending a Loom video. I've already gotten a response back from them an hour later on the way here. That was like, we're really interested to work with you. We've sent out inquiries, but we haven't heard back, and we are really interested in moving forward, because the next like email they're going to get from probably a lot of these photographers are like, can we set up a call? And then they have to email back and they're like, sure, I'm available this time.
That's where I'm at. And
yeah.
that was my aha moment. I keep cutting you off, but that
No,
was
you're
my
fine.
aha moment
Yeah.
when we talked about, hey, get Loom. And I just got a laptop. So
Yay!
now I just got Loom. And I'm, whatever you tell me, like, yes, professor.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I've got a couple of wedding planners doing it now. And
It's
I'm like,
huge.
yeah.
It made sense because I wanted to get my couples on, like, if I can get them on a video call, it's
Yeah,
like
that
my
works
close
better for
rate
you, yeah.
is great.
No, 1,000%.
Sometimes though, like you just said, like in the process of like, great, let's do
Mm-hmm.
it. Are you free Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday works. Oh, this person, and then you lose a week, and then
Right.
something changes. But
Yeah.
if you can, like, and then you said too, not only doing Loom, but then once you get that inquiry, make it as fast as you can.
Oh, 1,000%.
Streamline it,
Yes.
make it simple, because then that makes you look like a badass.
Right. Yeah.
Like, we sent this inquiry in at 3 o'clock, and
Right.
like, let's say an hour later, we have a custom video. Are you kidding me? And her rates are like in our budget, like sold.
Right. And I'm like, I mean, that comes down to, what are you good at? Selling and shooting.
Yeah.
Because I'm making sure that, there are checks boxes going on behind the scenes with my team,
Hey.
Yeah. Like that's just, I think, important. I think some people forget that, people don't have all the time in the world to just,
It might be your full-time job.
right. But they're
Becky's on lunch right now.
Yeah. Like I've got like nurses who are like, I'm a night nurse. It's 2 a.m. Here's my inquiry. I respond to them in the morning. I'll hear back from that 2 a.m. And they're like, this sounds great. Let's move forward.
And they, of course your work's good, but like they'll want to move forward just because like that was the easiest thing.
Yeah. They saw the proposal in the video.
It's done. I know the prices. I know the rates. I know Sarah's on top of it. This is our person.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
huge. Like I think that's great advice. Loom, do it quickly.
Yeah.
And of course, like, you're a good salesperson,
Thanks.
but you also like nail your process.
Yes. Process is important.
Process.
Yes.
Atomic Habits.
Yes.
Books.
Process. Like
I love
usually when like a couple inquires, there's usually someone who's like really into the wedding planning process, and another one in the couple who is more visual and they need to be swayed.
Yes.
And visualizing that proposal, seeing the numbers, showing that it's just like right there, this is how much it's going to cost, like I think really helps them. And so that way they don't have to have much of a discussion, because
then you're selling by not selling. Like, you're not like, I'll tell you the price afterwards.
right.
Which I've done a lot.
Oh, I've been there too.
Like, let's just have a chat, which
Yeah.
sounds good. But in theory, some people are like, that's great, but just tell me.
Right, because
your
you're either in
rates.
their
Yeah.
budget or not.
And then also, like, I don't want to make the couple like potentially uncomfortable or feel like I'm strong arming them. Like, here's the rate. Like, do you want to hurt my feelings or do you want to do this?
Right.
So you're trying to be cognizant of that.
Yeah.
But the way you do it, again, it's like before they even jump on a call with you, you're an open book, transparency. And if they do book a video call, it's probably moving forward for sure.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Usually at that point, like, we're talking about timeline, like, and I know, like, usually at that point they're like, okay, I want to just get on a call and talk about my day, so that way I know it's going to flow perfectly, and then we sign the contract on the call.
Do you have a lot of different packages to go over? Do you kind of have like one, like, here's kind of the meat and potatoes, maybe a couple add-ons, and just like make it very simple?
Oh, that's also another thing to talk about. So I keep it pretty simple with photo and video, right? There's a little bit of variation. I've got like a standard photo package, standard video package, and then a photo video bundle for like a typical 8-hour day. However, with like the changing economic, waves that are kind of going on right now.
What's going on?
Yeah, whatever.
The world's on fire. It's fine.
It's fine. I saw a need for kind of more of a non-traditional micro wedding package again. So about a month and a half ago, I added a micro wedding package for 5 hours with photo video, and that's been booking like crazy.
Interesting. Look at you looking at the world and filling a need.
I was like 5 hours is usually a really good like non-traditional micro wedding kind of time frame, at least in my experience.
Sure.
People want photo and video. And with my type of couple, they also want like 35 millimeter photo film. So I had like one roll of film in that. And that's been my most booked package in the past month and a half.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's a couple that wouldn't have booked anything.
No, literally.
And you're like, or
yeah,
you can get something.
Yes.
And I even tell my couples that even if you don't use me, like
get something.
Get somebody.
Yeah.
Sarah and I, my Sarah.
Yeah.
Like our biggest regret in our weddings, we didn't have a videographer, which is ironic.
Right.
Because I didn't know what it was. Like I was like, I don't want like my parents' wedding video and it's expensive or this. We don't need it. And now that I know what wedding films are, it's like get somebody. You won't regret it.
And I love non-traditional weddings. That's kind of like my favorite. I love that's kind of my bread and butter, and that's kind of more and more what I'm shooting.
Sure.
And that's what's being attracted with that package. So I would say in the past month and a half, that 5-hour package is what I've been booking a lot.
And that's photo and video.
Yes.
Which is a nice day.
I know. It is. I get to know who my videographer is for 5 hours and shoot like a dream wedding day. Like, sounds great to me.
It's not a 12, 14-hour day where you're exhausted.
Yeah.
It's like going to lunch.
Yeah. And like I'm booking like dinner party weddings with it. I'm booking
cool.
Yeah, I've got a wedding in December that just booked with it who eloped last year. But they're looking to do a big reception with their family and friends. Yeah. And they're like, it's going to be a rager. I said, sign me up.
Like, we'll see about that.
Right? I'm like, let's see.
I love like couples who are like super confident. Like, ours is going to be a party.
Right?
Or a rager.
I know, yeah. I'm like, I hope so.
And then when they are, I'm like, oh man, they weren't kidding.
They were.
I am scared.
Yeah, I know, right? But I would say outside of like the past month and a half, photo video is the most popular. Usually couples come to me and they book photo first, and then usually about 5 or 6 months down the line, I upsell them to video.
Oh, interesting. Do you have like a working log of who didn't get video, and they're like, all right, that's a lead.
Yeah, no, literally. So I send out a quarterly newsletter throughout the year.
You're so professional.
This is more of a newer thing. It was kind of a different process like a year ago, but right now quarterly newsletters is what I've decided to do instead, where I'm pushing just like different things, like just like things you should know about your wedding, like why you should have a wedding coordinator, things like that,
to like help like potential roadblocks.
Yeah,
like if you're not doing this, you know, it'd be great.
Please
get a wedding planner.
Get a wedding coordinator. I am begging you. If you are a potential client or a current client right now who doesn't have a coordinator, please.
It makes everyone's life easier.
Yes, it helps me so much.
That's so smart. That's like the nicest way to nudge someone, and you're doing it for their benefit.
No, literally.
For sure.
And I push video in every newsletter. And I think what helps is like video. I mean, this business started as video only back in the day, so I get it. Like, video is not the top priority in a budget all the time. Sometimes it is. Yeah. I get people who book video first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which I love. I prioritize video more. If I had to only book photo or video for my weddings, I didn't have the budget for both, I would choose video.
That's interesting.
It's a hot take, I know.
No, that's a cool take too, because you have done both. Mm-hmm. Did you start with video? Did you say? Yeah. So you start with video. Yeah. I feel like video is obviously growing, but still more or less in its infancy.
It's so hard.
Right?
Some people need to be convinced that they need it.
Yes.
And I'm like, grandma talking and dancing on the dance floor is going to mean more to you in 5 years than a photo of her doing it. And that comes from me, who shoots primarily photo these days.
I'm mad I can't remember this TikTok group. They have a podcast. It's like a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
I keep seeing them. I don't know if you've seen them.
Oh, the vendor table?
Yes, that's it. Thank you. The vendor table.
Yes.
I don't know their names, but the guy was saying like they're photographers.
Yes.
And they're like, the number one regret from couples is not hiring video.
I see that in my reviews.
Yeah.
People are like, I regret not hiring Sarah for video as well, alongside my photos.
And that's Sarah and I's biggest regret, is not getting video. Because like our wedding ripped. It was the best wedding at every wedding.
Yeah.
Because I got to marry a sweet person.
There you go.
But it was legit. Like,
that's how you know you got to go in.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
It was legit a good time. Like we had like a live band, and it was one of those weddings. I'm biased, and maybe I have like memory, like nostalgia goggles. Right. But like everyone was dancing.
Yeah.
And it was open bar, and we have no proof of it.
It was a rager.
It was a rager.
I should have photographed it.
It was a great party, and now we'll be the only like couple at the nursing home with like trust me, it was good.
It was good, I promise.
You know, so yeah, I know this completely helps my narrative being a wedding videographer, but you'll regret it and hate your wedding.
No, like 1,000%. As someone who does both, but primarily shoots photo these days because it's just how my business model is.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that more people would just understand that video is going to encapsulate your wedding way better than any photo gallery can. And I know that it's so nice to hang up photos on a wall, but a whole video with raw footage is going to just make you relive it so much better.
For like basic round numbers, let's just say whatever, like $5-7 grand for a video.
Okay.
It's like, oh, it's a lot of money. And it is a lot of money.
Oh, 1,000%.
I would pay $50,000 to have a time machine and get a video of my wife and I's wedding.
Yeah.
Like that to me, right? Like looking back, like we were kids, you know, 8 years ago, whatever. Like, so it was the start, and we have nothing. We don't even have a cell phone video. You know, we just have photos.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and at the time I was like, we don't need it. We'll save money. We're fine. Yeah. I can live without it. And I meant it. You know, like I truly like saw my parents' wedding video. I'm sure you've seen those like that.
Oh yeah, my parents have one. Yeah.
I was like, I could live without that.
Right.
And you see what people are making now, or I'm even like, I'll be editing a wedding video. I'm like, gosh,
I wish I had this.
I wish I had this. You know, so I just had that thought, like I would pay triple. Whatever the going rate is to have that. So it's like just bite the bullet now.
Get the video.
Get the video.
Get the video.
Sure.
And it's what were we talking about? We were talking about adding video on and how I sell that later. So I mean, I do get a good number of couples who just do it all at once when they purchase a contract, but I just kind of have like a process for trying to upsell in a way.
You said you like selling.
I do.
Business. I do. I really do.
Well, it's also nice to be able to work with a videographer who is on my team or someone who I trust.
Sure.
You know, because I'm not going to name drop, but
by all means, if you like to.
No, I did a wedding a couple months ago, and it was with a separate video team.
This is a bad name drop.
Yeah, it wasn't super great. It was fine. I'm sure the product is great.
Sure.
But they were like two videographers who were a little bit more green. And you could just tell like they were not giving, like during the day, it was just like a little bit hard to work with them because it was a couple who requested no pose photos. And the videographer team was like wanting a lot of like, like for example, like they were like the brides. Well, she's not bridesmaids, but it was like her getting ready with her ladies. And the videographer's like, like pose and like show me your ring. And I'm like, that's like the opposite of what they wanted. Right. And so it's hard for me to do my job when I have a video team that's not on the same page.
Totally.
And like, I get it. Like we are on the same team and I gave them space to do what they needed to do. But it definitely did impact me a little bit.
Sure, because you... at those moments are then on pause.
Yeah.
And you just explained my biggest fear of ruining the photographer's flow or getting in their way. And even when you're like mindful of it, like I'm sure I do it at least once a wedding where I'm like, I should have been standing there. Okay. I got in their shot and you can like, I'm so sorry.
Photographers can get in the way of a videographer as well.
This couple that I love shooting with, like just I had a tripod shooting at the groom, bride's walking on the aisle. It looks great, you know, and then right in front, I'm like, no, you know, but it's fine. Like I usually like still shoot it and like you can edit around it. It still works. I had enough of it, but like it happens.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is like accidents happen.
1,000%.
If they are just being like mindless the entire day, they don't care if they're in your way. That's when it's like, okay. Never again.
Right. Yeah. And so like it does impact, like I'm sure with you, it's nice to work with a photographer who you are comfortable with.
Totally.
Yeah. Because like if they're on the same page with how you shoot, it makes the day just so much easier.
That's been my favorite part about this job that I haven't been thinking about is like repeat weddings with repeat like photographers or like shooting with you more or like I mentioned like Josh and Lindsay who'll be on the podcast next month or just like you start to meet these awesome photographers and networking with other other talented videographers and I feel like this whole community is very like helpful and we're lucky enough to escape the 9-to-5 and we just want to support everyone else and
freelancing.
Yeah, totally.
Really.
Well, it's less like competition based and more just like
community.
it's very good community.
Yes, community
nice.
over competition.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, like you've been very transparent and helpful, like
Thanks, I'm glad.
with my journey. But seriously, you know, like any other question I have, you're very nice.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Yeah. I've been on the receiving end of both nice and not nice.
Yeah, it happens.
It does. Yeah.
People be peopling.
People be people in. Like I've had people who have been very rude or just like not very kind in responses with things, who are people in the industry.
Sure.
Yeah. And I mean, it's hard. It's a learning experience, right? That's all it can be.
It's always something, you know, like
Yeah.
I had a 9 to 5 before this. I did 12 years at UPS
Yeah.
and that is a whole other world.
Yeah.
No, in sales.
Yeah.
What up? But yeah, I mean, there's people that were so mean in that industry, you know, and
Yeah.
I just think like it feels so much nicer being on this side where I am dealing with more creatives, you know.
Yeah.
But of course, even in this industry, there's people that
Oh, for sure.
there's always people that suck.
Yeah, for sure. For
You
sure.
know?
Yeah.
Egos, and I think our hearts and our work a lot, and we wear our hearts on our sleeves and,
Yes.
and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're all trying to work it out.
We're all trying our best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all trying our
Yeah.
best. So yeah, you got the business coach, you start delegating.
Yeah.
And you are you're now in the position where you feel like I'm keeping the business.
Yes.
Everything's good. And now you feel like you're in a groove.
Yes. I feel like I'm in a golden era.
That's
Honestly, knock on wood, but like, I think people.
It's gonna get so bad now.
No, oh my God. Hope not. I feel
No,
like
it's amazing.
especially this year. I feel like I'm in that. Like even my husband was like, "You are so calm." Like usually, like during like winter,
That's
it's like playing a lot
amazing.
of catch up, and like I'm stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I truly just was able to relax, and I just feel on top of things, and just more in a golden era right now. And I'm loving life. Like I feel like some people are like, "Oh my God, 50 weddings." I'm like, I'm feeling great.
That's huge. Like that is weird.
Yes.
That's like I
No,
feel like you recognize
yes.
how abnormal that is.
Yes,
You know.
but it's like I know my limits, and I know
Yeah.
the seasons now, and I know what I can handle.
When I was talking to other creatives, I was talking to this guy, Adam.
Yeah.
From the TikToks.
Yeah.
And Adam Kellerman. His TikToks are amazing. His editing
Okay.
is absurd.
I need to follow.
You follow him. He's
Yeah.
fantastic. I talked to him before I went full time. He's like, dude, just make it to April.
Yeah.
He's like, January through March, you're going to feel
Oh,
like you made a
sucks.
mistake.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I quit in November, which is super
Oh.
smart.
Hey, no, I went full time in November.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
November.
November buddies.
November team.
And he's like, great. You know,
Yes.
he's like, just make it to April.
Yes.
January through March, you're going to be like,
Oh.
I'm short. I'm not getting booked, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
sure enough, like, you know, like I was more busy than I thought I would be for that season. But
Right.
like, just that, like, the January depression,
Oh, 1,000%.
we had a lot of snow.
Yeah.
It was
Seasonal
just
depression.
Seasonal depression.
And you're like,
real.
what am I doing?
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
You know,
Why did I
oh my
do
gosh.
this?
And then now it's like Easter Sunday, and you know,
Yeah.
everything's great.
It's warm now.
It's warm now.
The sun's out.
But yeah, the fact that you've built your business to a point where, like you said, you are doing 50 weddings. That's a ton.
Yes.
Some people would argue that's impossible, and you have set up systems and processes where you're just
Oh,
vibing.
I am vibing.
You're
Like
chill.
truly vibing this year.
That's amazing.
Like, Mike, let me tell you,
Come
I just
on.
feel like I'm in a zen. Like every shoot I go into, I feel very creative. I feel very inspired. I'm only trying to do like 2 sessions a week outside of weddings. So like I'm just limiting my engagement sessions. Like engagement sessions are an add-on with me now. So I'm not doing engagement session after engagement session after engagement session.
Sure.
And just like being a lot more intuitive with my couples. We're mood boarding before sessions.
Mood board. You're like millinoting it up.
Yes, I'm
Gosh,
just like
get
I just,
over
like,
yourself.
I'm like, I just want to be creative. Like, let's have fun. And I'm hoping that it continues because I have just been having so much fun this year.
This brings us back to the thesis of this podcast,
Yeah.
which goes to the Sarah Kellie quote: "When I became better at business, that's when I became a better artist."
Yes.
Legitimately, I want to get like a white girl print. Like,
Oh my
like
gosh,
Live,
yes.
laugh, love style, and like throw it above my
I'll
computer.
sign it for you.
It's so true though, because I think like, you know, obviously you're probably bringing in more money than you ever had. That
Yeah.
reduces, like, money doesn't buy happiness, but it does reduce stress. You know,
100%.
so it
Yeah.
checks that box and it frees you up
Yeah.
to be more creative.
Yes.
And now you're more
And I'm-
present for your couples and you can service them better. And like you said, you're happy, you're zen, you're calm.
I've
Like,
got creative projects that I'm doing on the side that I will never.
Absurd.
My Instagram on my wedding side will never know about, but it's just like for fun.
That's the other thing too. It's like I can get so sidetracked with a podcast or videography. I'm a musician. You know, I'm doing all these things. You know, it's like how do I figure it all out? And I feel like I hope I'm like you 3 years in the future.
Yeah. Well, trust me.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah. It takes time.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna learn things this year. You're just learning and growing.
That's what I gotta remind myself. I am on month 4.
I'm on year 5.
I guess 6 of November.
So
yeah, that's right. You know, so I got to remind myself you've been doing it longer.
Yeah.
And just be patient with myself. Yeah. Like
exactly.
I got to work on delegation, all these things, but I have to imagine that takes time to do that.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
and there's ups and downs.
Sure.
Ups and downs for sure. I would say, there was a question that you asked me that I didn't really answer because I got sidetracked. You asked me.
I probably interrupted you like I just did.
No, you're fine. When you asked me, when did I know that I didn't want to quit?
Yes.
And it was, I feel like talking about money is a taboo topic, but I think it's important for
how much money do you make a year?
Right. I think it's important for freelancers to listening to know that, freelancing is hard, first of all. So, I mean, we've talked about this. Some weeks you're like, wow, I'm living the best life ever. And some weeks you're like, I have no money. You know what I mean? It's truly like that. But I would say like in 2023, 1 month I made more in a month than I did like with my annual salary.
Wow.
And that was like, and I was like, oh, I can do this because I have people helping me.
You actually told me that, now that you said I remember, right before I went full time. Yes. I think it was like summer last year. I was trying to like really. Yeah, because that's, you know, I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's like I don't want daddy to. I'll be happier if I do this. You know, like I will be a miserable person, but if my kids are fed and happy, like I'm winning.
You have bills to pay. We can't do that. We can't be doing all this for just exposure. I
have responsibilities, and to quote Rugrats, and when you said that, I was like, oh, this could, if it works out, be a good financial decision for my family. You know, all that thing. So like that's a huge number. In 1 month in 2023, you made your yearly salary. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Sweet Moses.
Yeah.
Like that's insanity. Yeah. So like, of course, like every month probably wasn't like that year.
Oh, no.
But still, it didn't matter.
It was like September, like when I got all the income from October weddings.
You just needed one though, you know, to justify a full-time decision. Like that's amazing. It
fueled me. I was like, oh, this is possible.
This is possible.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, like you said, people listening, and first off, like super cool in you to say that.
Yeah,
thanks. Because I would be maybe like, will people hate me if I say like I'm doing well?
I know, it's so taboo, and I'm like, who cares?
It could be taboo. No.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing well with my business.
Yeah. Sorry, my life's awesome.
Trust me, there are bad months too.
No,
1,000%.
Totally. And again, why I want to do this podcast is I want to learn from people like you, and hopefully build an audience where people can watch and get inspired from people maybe a step or two above them. Like if I asked like Steven Spielberg for advice, it probably wouldn't mean that much because he's Steven Spielberg, and it's way too high level.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what the price of eggs are.
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't know if I could either. That's changing a lot. But
maybe dinosaur eggs. If that was a bad joke. I'm a dad. But someone like you who is like a solid like step or two above me, where like your advice is gold. Like get Loom. Respond back faster. Know your audience. Like, oh, this advice is applicable that I could do tomorrow.
Right.
So that's the move. So so thanks for sharing all that.
Yeah. Oh, one thing to talk about with audience, as an ex-marketing director, I think audience is so important when selling and knowing who you're selling to.
Yes.
So with my business coach, we sat down and she said, who is buying your packages right now? Like if you had to describe them, like what do they do for work? What do they do as a hobby? What does their family life look like? Where do they live? At the time, it was like nurses and teachers and like people who are just more like 9-to-5 people, like pretty like I had just like a lot of teachers and nurses as like couples, you know?
Yeah.
And she was like, who do you want to like kind of start moving towards? Because she's like, if you are wanting to hit a different market, you have to know who that audience is. And she's like, it doesn't mean that you can't also be booking teachers and nurses, but it's also like, who do you think would really see the value in your artistic expression? And she's like, you do a lot of like filmy looks, editorial looks. It's going to be a little bit less traditional. And so she's like, who is going to be buying that? And I was like, oh, it's the artistic people. It's the people in the creative world. It's the people who maybe are a little bit less traditional. And she's like, you got to be selling to them. And you got to know how to sell to them, because if they don't see themselves in your work, they're not going to hire you.
If they don't see themselves in your work, they're not going to hire you.
Yeah. And I was like, and she's like, right now, she's like, being point blank, this was back in 2022. She's like, those people don't see themselves in your work. She's like, I know you're afraid to shoot this way because you're afraid that there's no audience and, buyers for it.
And now you're doing work that's more aligned with how you see yourself as an artist.
Yes.
And then you have the couples who want that.
People, yes.
Boink.
Yeah. Like, people allow me to be so like self-expressive and creative.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing that even 2 years ago as much. Like,
crazy.
My art aligns so much with like who I am as a person that it's insane.
See, you're still, and this goes back to our thesis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you're getting so business heavy, but in doing so, in tandem, you're
Yes.
getting more artistic.
Yes.
That's so cool.
I created like my like typical like buyer's avatar of like who they are, and I was like, oh, okay, like how are they going to buy for me? How are they going to find me? What are they wanting out of a wedding photographer on their wedding day? And it aligned so much with who I am as a person that it just felt so easy. Like, this is just reminding me how I felt like 2 or 3 years ago, where I was like, I'm creating good wedding work, but I'm not creating work that is an self-expression of myself.
You realize how to become more authentically
Yes.
Sarah Kellie.
Yeah.
And what does that mean, and what does that
Yeah.
look like? And it's like, it's good advice when it sounds so like, duh.
No,
Like,
literally.
like what you're saying is so like, well, duh,
duh.
but I'm not doing that.
I wasn't doing it then either. And then once I aligned myself with that, and it's hard, right? Because
Sure.
we're booking a year out. So like, change
kind of
is
artist
slow.
am I going to be?
Yeah. Change is slow around here. And so that's hard too. It's like, how do I start posting new work when I have people who bought into the older style? And,
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Because your ego can get involved.
Yeah.
And good on you for just really like taking a step back. I'm going to assess like, well, what do I like to make? Like, because I think a lesser artist could go, well, my work's for everybody.
Right.
And when I was doing the whole band thing, we were working with this marketer called Damien Keys on YouTube, and he said like, your music's great, I love it.
Yeah.
He's British and he's very cool. Who's your music for? And I'm like, 18 to 55 year olds. Everybody. It's so good. It's for everybody.
Right.
And but the exact same advice is like, no, it should be like, you should know it's 18 to 22, like 80% female, 20% dudes. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I just never, and if we probably could have like, it's like, I don't know.
Niche it down even more.
Niche it down. Like when One Direction made a song,
Uh-huh.
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
I worked with this producer, Matt Squire, who, to get name droppy, he was talking about Florida Georgia Line.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ever heard of him?
Yeah.
I don't know I don't think he worked with them. Maybe he did, but he was talking about them. We were talking about marketing, and he goes, when they would write a song, they're not that band, and I could be wrong about this. It was a while ago, but he goes, that band wasn't acoustic guitar on the porch trying to write their song. Like they pen and papered, like, okay, Fireball, Truck, and they wrote a list of like cliche, like this would sell, and they wrote a song for a particular audience, and then do they have a song with Fireball whiskey? I can't remember.
Probably.
It's probably.
I should
It's been a minute
know.
since I listened to country.
I've like partied at their club in Nashville a few times, but I should know, but I don't.
Right? But they would like reach out to like sponsors, like whatever they name dropped, and then they would get money, and then they would like use it or whatever they did. But it was so like formulaic.
Yes.
And I was like, what? Like
process.
Yes. And it blew my mind. Like they're not just like cool artist people.
Right. Yeah. No, literally.
So it makes sense. I like everything you're saying. Like it's know your audience and know your style and then sell it. It sounds so obvious, but so many people aren't doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And it's, I see it so often, like photographers who are doing new websites. I've seen, because a lot of people get new websites during the winter when it's slow. The amount of new websites I've seen that are like copy and paste the same exact thing over and over again, I'm like, this doesn't stand out from anyone else. And I'm like, it's gorgeous,
Right.
I love these sites. Like, they're stunning, but I'm like, they look the same as the other photographer who shoots just like you. So how are you standing out?
Would it be better? Let's say someone's listening. Let's say it's me.
Okay, hi, Mike.
What's up? Let's call this person Ike. And
Oh, hi, Ike.
they do, let's say, solid work, but they don't know what their style is.
Yeah.
Or they're working on their style or whatever. Like, would it be better to, like, let's say, do lesser work, but it's more authentically them? Would that be a better direction?
I feel like it's hard, right? Because you have to balance, like, you have financial goals, you know? So, like, if you can do less work and hit those financial goals, and it's, like, going to fuel you artistically more, 1,000%. I think at the end of the day, like, it takes time. Like, I've been sitting down with a couple of people, videographers, actually talking to them exactly about this.
Great.
And I'm like, it's going to be hard to outsource when you don't know what your style is.
Yeah.
And I know we kind of talked about this a little bit. And I think that you have someone who might be helping you kind of figure out what your style is with, like, your friend who you kind of talked about earlier.
Right.
And I think that is helpful. I was able to find my style by, this kind of sounds really bad, but I would create a film within the style that the couple bought into, and then I would edit a film that was, like, more of the style I was going for.
Totally.
Like, in the future. And then I would save it and then add it to my portfolio later once I started having my work publicly kind of reflect that. And that really helped.
I love that. Because, when I'm working on my style, it's like I feel authentically, like, I'm still finding it.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, what I like best, you know? Like, and every time I do a wedding film, I feel like I can make the next one better. Like, I'm figuring it out, you know?
1,000%. Like, you're going to evolve always.
Totally, you know? And just kind of narrowing that down. And I think my potential editor, had really wise words. He's like, if we start editing together, it will be different. Yeah. But it will become a style. It will become yours. I'm like, that's true. And I was talking to, I think my wife about it, where I was like, I feel like if it's not me, if I don't edit all of it, you know, or maybe she brought up that point, like, well, like, you like editing, and that's what they're buying. Right. And I go, maybe, but, like, am I, like, leaving, like, money on the table for, like, I could do about 2 or 3 weddings a month. Right. Tops. If I outsource, I could do more or have more free time, you know. I was like, I don't know if people are actually do they care, you know? Yeah. Maybe, or is that just my ego? Yeah. You know,
I mean, what I found is that they just like a good turnaround time. And
right. Yeah. A good turnaround time, and, like, a film that's good, you know. It's like, if I make a film that's a 9 out of 10, like, I nailed it, or a 7 out of 10 that they got a month later, that's fine, you know. Right. They're probably good. Yeah. You know, not to say you're going to deliver anything lesser, but, like, are we worrying about the details that, like, they don't even care about? Yeah. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. I feel like I'm doing a bad job explaining.
I think one thing that is great about the collaboration I have is I edit the sneak peeks typically. Cool. Yeah. If a sneak peek is warranted for the film. And then I create, like, a project spec sheet that kind of just helps break it down, and those spec sheets look very different depending on the film. Sure. Because, like, every couple has different expectations of what they want. So sometimes I know my assistant can really just read my mind on it. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm really going to break this down for you because this is very specific desires from this client. And it's just so nice because we've been working together for a long time now. And so she can read my mind pretty well.
You know, and that goes back to what you gave a disclaimer for earlier, like, to your couples, like, this isn't like an outsource where I've never met him. Yes. I don't, it's whatever. It's like, this is your person. Yeah. You know, you guys are business partners more or less. And they, 1,000%. Like you said, like, she can read my mind. Yeah. And that's huge, you know, so you have a process, and if there are notes, you can work through it and make sure you are still servicing your couple and delivering the best film that not only you're proud of, but they are super happy with. Right. I'm loving this conversation. Sorry if I've been rude. You've been empty, no pressure. Would you like another one?
I would love another one.
Okay.
That's Mike, you did a great job. This was so good.
We're going to go make more espresso martinis.
Amazing.
And we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Crushing it.
Funny. Woo!
We can do the exact same one, or try a lesser one.
What do you think? What are you feeling?
And we're back.
Wow.
We still live. Dang. Come on. It's always a weird dance, like asking a guest, like, hey, you want another cocktail?
My answer is always yes. If I
Always
ever
yes.
say no to that, there's a problem.
I'm a 2 cocktail person for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, are we like
Same.
we don't need to get sloshed, but
Yes.
like the ingredients are out.
Yeah.
You know, so hey,
No,
cheers.
All right, cheers times 2.
Times
Here we
2.
go.
Let's do it.
Yes. I have a couple in October.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Garrett and Nick. They got me so drunk at their engagement session.
They sound fun.
They're so fun. I loved it. We had so much fun.
Can I stop you? You said
Yes.
at their engagement session. So do you like do the shoot and then go out for drinks afterwards?
Yeah.
So that's how that works. I was confused
Yeah.
earlier. I'm like, are you doing their shoots at a bar?
Oh, no, sometimes we do. It is really trendy. It's trendy right now.
Gosh,
to do that.
You're just doing everything
Yeah.
right.
No, but
okay, cool.
Shout out Garrett and Nick. They kept buying me drinks. We were hanging out. I met some of their friends. They don't know this, but
They don't know this.
They were like, "Oh, drive safe." I literally had to call my husband to come pick me up.
Smart move.
Yeah, don't drink and drive, kids.
No.
like when you're like, 4 drinks in.
Especially if you're doing cocktails.
No.
Those will sneak up on you.
Yes,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm mainly a beer guy.
Yeah. And they texted me and they were like, "You got home safe, right?" I said, "Yep." And I did. Yeah, I just had to call my husband.
I left the wedding singer on, which is
Oh.
fitting. Let me turn that down. We're going to hear like Adam Sandler screaming in the background. It's going to be weird.
Don't want that.
Uno mas.
Oh, fun fact.
Hold that thought.
We have an Adam Sandler fun fact waiting for when Mike comes back.
We're not going to edit this part out. There we go. I kicked my family out, so we had no noise, and you just hear Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore working it out. So.
Well, do you want to know my Adam Sandler fun fact? My
Please.
dad played Little League Baseball with him.
What?
Yeah. And he told
With
me,
the Sandman?
yeah,
That's
he was
amazing.
like, he would crack jokes all the time.
So he was always funny.
Always like that.
Your dad played Little League
Yeah.
with Adam
Yeah.
Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Is
insane.
that crazy?
That's insane.
Yeah.
So they keep in touch all the
Oh,
time.
no, for sure. Yeah. He's like, we weren't friends, but yeah. Yeah.
You have that. The other fun fact, we brought up the Masters.
Oh, yeah,
Do you know who Arnold Palmer is?
Yes, I do know
It-
that.
okay, cool.
I do know that.
You know golf.
I'm chronically online, so at least I do know that.
You're right. The podcast I'm editing now with Dan Kearns, his like, I probably already forgot it, but it was like his grandpa's wife, so his grandma. I don't know why I said it that way.
grandpa's
His
wife.
grandma like played bridge with Arnold Palmer's wife, and he's like Arnold Palmer would come and pick
What?
her up. I was like, what?
That's so cool.
So now I know Arnold Palmer and Adam Sandler. Wow.
I wish I could. Have you done an NDA wedding yet?
No.
I can tell you that I've done NDA weddings. I just can't tell you about them.
Right. So who was it
But-
with?
I know. I'm like, I wish I could tell
What
you
does
who was
NDA mean?
there.
Right.
But
We did talk about the one you had coming up, which is very cool.
I do. Yes. Yeah.
And if we don't name the guest or the person, it
Yeah.
could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
It's probably Adam Sandler.
It is Adam Sandler.
I thought you were like, did you know my
Shout
Adam
out.
Sandler fun fact? That's my dad.
That's my dad.
We call him dad.
We call him Dad.
Before Adam interrupted us, you were
Yeah.
talking about your couples, you're partying.
Yes.
Did we finish that thought? Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. I mean, like, the theme here is I like to have a good time with my couples.
Yes.
Of course, like, responsibly. But, like, this is a good thing to say. I feel so good about the relationship I've created with my couples.
Yes.
That I recently posted about how I got drinks with an engagement couple for the first time this year. And I had so many past couples be like, "Oh my gosh, can we go out for drinks again?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, we need to call this like wedding day debrief. Like, I want to debrief your wedding day with you because I want to know the tea that happened that I didn't know about. Like,
Sure.
and just like hang out. And I'm getting together with my couples and they're going to bring their printed wedding album.
Stop
And we're
it.
gonna
So you
go
can
through it.
see your work. Oh, okay. So like after it's all done, obviously. That's what debrief means,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're not a white girl. Sorry.
We're scrapbooking.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So like, and
Yeah.
that totally shows that it's not as transactional.
Oh yeah.
I want to see you after I'm done with
Right.
you.
And that's not to say, like, of course, like, I don't expect that from every couple. Like, couples who book me, like, I don't need them
Sure.
to have me become their best friend. Like, I know that's a lot of pressure. As someone who is naturally introverted, like, that's a lot of pressure for, like, hiring someone and then that person's like, I want to be your best friend. Like,
Sure.
I get it. But like naturally, like some people just really vibe, and I love that. Like
Sometimes
let's hang out.
Sometimes you click.
Yeah.
With people. Like we mentioned, Casey and Amber. Casey's going to be on the podcast because he's a magician.
Yeah.
So I was, and again, it's about people like whatever it's,
Can we interview him together?
Totally. Like whether it's photography or music or you're a magician, like you have a 9 to 5, but you have this thing and maybe you want to take it full time and maybe you want to work harder at it. And he's really good. So I was like, dude, please come on. Let's do some magic. We're drinking Coronas.
I can't wait to watch that.
Right?
one.
I was like, dude, just make me feel like I'm 12 with magic. So, yeah.
Did you watch sorry, this is kind of a tangent. Did you see how he proposed?
Yes, yes.
The whole magician
so cool.
thing. I was like, that's so neat.
Yes. So cool. He showed me that and it blew my mind. He's just they're just like the sweetest people, and I've been very fortunate with like every couple thus far I've worked with, but there are some people that are just like that next level, like, oh my gosh, like I could grab a drink with you even though the work is done and legitimately like enjoy your company.
Yeah, have a little hangout.
Have a hang.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Have a debrief. Mike just learned what that meant.
I know what debrief means. I'm a person. That's super cool. Like I think I said that when we first started the podcast, like you're really good at like the customer experience.
Yeah.
And your couples seem to really enjoy having you at their day and all that stuff. So
I try. I mean, you want to set the tone for the day because
set the tone.
I truly believe that what you're selling, of course, the photos are important, but it's the experience. And I want people to enjoy my presence at their wedding day because even if, I mean, I get people who are like, you were with me all day and I kind of forgot about it because you blend in so well. But I had a couple who the groom messaged me. It was a couple weeks ago, the wedding. And he was like, you and Hillary, my second for that day, felt like just friends passing through.
Love that.
And that was so impactful to me because I was like, that's all I want.
Yeah.
I want your photos to feel candid. And the best way to do that is for me to blend in. I don't want you afraid of the camera. So I want you to really know who I am. And that's why grabbing drinks and like hanging out, I become a human being and not just like this scary photographer trying to like take photos of you.
Sure.
Because I get a lot of introverted couples where like, we're really uncomfy in front of the camera. I'm like, I get that. 100%. Especially
if you have video and it's like, look cool or do this, and your approach of more is it, I think it's more like candid, just in the moment, like the documentary fly on the wall stuff. Like it's sometimes hard to look invisible, and blend in. My the videographer I keep mentioning, like he had this way of saying, he goes, I'm a guest at the wedding. Like I just want to be a guest. Like I'm just happy to be here. Like congratulations. I'm a guest.
I might take that.
Yeah, I'm a guest. I've been invited. I'm a friend and I'm shooting a video, and
hanging out.
And he just brings such a good vibe. His name's Chris Daly, Wildfire Media. He was on episode 3.
Oh yeah. I watched that one.
Oh cool.
Yeah, no, he was super
the
cool.
nicest guy. He's so handsome. But he's so nice. Like he was the one who really helped me get started in videos and asked my like super baseline questions. But like the vibe he brings to a day, I think is like unmatched as far as like the video side, where it's just like whatever, super casual. And we talked about it briefly, where he is a firefighter, where his job can be life or death. Where I can go to a shoot and be anxious or whatever. I think everyone can get those feelings where he's just like, no one's dying.
Right.
Like he's so, like you said, zen, like just like chill. I'm like, oh my gosh, like give me that energy, perspective.
Yes. Now, have you seen those memes where it's like my nervous system doesn't know the difference between answering an email and a life or death situation?
Same.
I'm like, I feel that.
Yes. That's the worst. Like anxiety email. Like I don't want to look. 100%. I don't want to look at it today. Oh, it's the worst. It's better. It's better now.
Yes.
It's better now than
you go through seasons.
Than corporate America stuff. Like the emails I get now, I'm like, oh, this person's nice. I know how to help them.
Wait, Mike, we got to talk about that because you just recently went full time.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's going good.
How did you make that leap? How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
Good.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
January felt weird.
Fair.
But it wasn't going bad.
Yeah, I feel like January always feels weird, even for me.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better. Yeah. It was like, this is going to sound stupid. The lack of stress stressed me out.
Okay.
Or I was still like, because I was, I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
I was working UPS full time with my sales job. The cliche high pressure, where your numbers at sales job and building this business. So I was losing my mind most of the time.
You were just like, I'm not sleeping. I'm down an espresso martini.
Oh, it was bad, you know. And still like writing music and trying like have like a life or whatever.
Gosh.
And I just got rid of the UPS stuff, which was like freeing. And I mean, that job was literally like, I hated waking up. And then you talk about email anxiety. You would get anywhere from 30 to 60 emails a day.
Oh my gosh.
And it could be as casual as that's no big deal, delete it. Or like that one email could be like 3 days worth of work. It was ridiculous. So it was all sales and customer retention. And if you won $1 million account, they're your go-to person. So you didn't like make a sale and hand it off to a smaller team. Like you were just, it was customer retention and sales. So it was hands-on, you know, super hoity-toity.
That's insane.
It was insane, and I hated every minute of it. You know, the greatest blessing about UPS. So if anyone hates their job, is like when I asked you about like how you went full time, like or your business coach.
Yeah.
And said, what do you like about your business? And you knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
What UPS was good for me is at least I knew I hated it.
You knew what you didn't like.
I knew I hated it. Yeah. I was like, I know it's not this.
Yeah.
And like before my wife and I were even married, we're just dating. I said like, I just know I don't want to work at UPS like my dad. And my dad likes his job.
Okay.
So my dad worked for UPS.
Yeah.
And he's been there like 40 years, loves it. It's great.
Yeah.
You know. So before I even started working at UPS, I was like, I just don't want to be like my dad and be a corporate America person. I want to be an artist and a musician and all these things. And before I knew it, mortgage, wife, 3 kids.
Life comes at you fast.
All blessings, all good stuff.
Oh, for sure.
But
bills.
12 years at UPS.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Like very soon, this is going to be 20 years and then 30 years. And then I missed it.
And congratulations on, I know you're like, oh my gosh, I was there for 12 years, but congratulations on seeing that now. Because the majority of people don't, and they keep going. And no like judgment, because I get it.
Yeah.
It's stressful going
stressful.
full time.
It's the initial leap. I mean, I bought like Steve Harvey books to like help. Like I bought one called Jump.
Hey, you know, we've all been there.
It sounds so lame. I was watching like Steve Harvey motivational videos, making like Milanote like inspirational boards. Like I needed help.
No, I get it though. It's scary. Like, and I didn't have like kids when I went full time, but I was talking to someone last week who was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so fun! Like you do that full time as a photographer," and I'm like, "You fight for your business every day.
Totally.
You fight blood, sweat, and tears. I don't care if you've been in this business for 4 months full time, or I know people in it for 15 years full time. You're fighting every day because you're the only one who is going to bring that income in. There's no one else. There's no safety
No one's
net.
coming to save you.
No one.
Who's going to carry the boat, Sarah?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
David Goggins. Yeah, like what I do love about it, and I don't know if this is going to come across clear or not, but like I would fight so hard and work so hard for, like, say, UPS.
Yeah.
And then you have nothing to show for it. Your paycheck's the same regardless.
Yeah.
You know, where when you're kicking ass and doing everything you're doing, you can make more or less. But like you have something to show for it.
Yes.
And you have, you know, photo albums and you're making couples happy. Like I feel like it's so much more rewarding.
1,000%.
1,000%.
Yes.
You know, and then making that initial leap is scary and time does go by so fast.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I was worried about. Like, am I going to be, not that 40 is like super old, but like, man, if I don't do it now, I think it's going to get to a point where I'm like,
the longer you wait, the harder it is.
Yes. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I'm just happy I did it while I could.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful I even found video.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't even see this as an option.
Wait, how long have you been doing video?
That's
it's a complex question. I feel
like this current state. Like I would say, I bought my first like legit like Sony camera in 2021.
Okay.
Before that, I had no idea how to edit on a computer or work a camera. I got like the old VHS camcorder when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to be a director.
Oh,
you know,
same.
Made movies with you know, the neighborhood kids and my brothers. We did all that thing. Like I was always obsessed with like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And then when I started the band stuff, I always wrote and directed our music videos.
Okay.
But we would outsource a guy.
Oh, gotcha.
So he would shoot it, and I'd be like, "Here's what I want to shoot." So I would direct. and be like, just here's
Fun.
Which is probably super annoying for him because I'd be like, make this slow motion. He's like, we shot that in 24 frames. I'm like, so
24 frames, 720p.
Yeah, just make it happen. He's like, you have to shoot it at a higher frame rate. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Right. You're like, just make it happen.
But he was the sweetest guy.
You were that client.
Yeah, I was that client. His name was Dave Stankoven. He's a good friend of mine now. He did like all of our music videos. And what he was doing seemed like untouchable.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to work a camera. I don't know how to. I always deemed myself, I'm bad with computers. Like I had these limiting beliefs about what I could do.
And you broke those down.
I did, and luckily, I give a shout out to my guitar player in the band, Dan.
Yeah.
Who we're driving to band practice one day.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I bought a camera, and now I'm a photographer." And I was like, "You arrogant bitch!" Like,
you're like, excuse me.
It legit, like, low key, like you have to go to like school for it. You can't just buy something and become something. And then he made a Facebook post. Hey guys, I'm a photographer now, and I was like, "You're Dan."
No, that's
chill.
so funny because a quick tangent.
Sure.
I had my favorite professor in college said, if you are taking photos, you're a photographer, and don't limit yourself because like you are a photographer. They're like, she's like, you're not a photographer when you are a full-time photographer. You're a photographer now. Or you're a writer now. If you're writing, you're writing. You're writing.
You said it really cool. You're like, I'm an artist always. Like, I struggle with that. I'm like, oh, get over yourself. Like I struggle with that like confidence of like, I am an artist, you know, whatever. Yeah. And you say it so like normal and just like a matter of fact. And it's like, it's truth. Yeah. We had to go back about Dan. Like he's like one of my best friends and he bought a camera, made a Facebook post. And then the stupidest thing started happening. He started getting hired.
Oh my gosh, he started making money?
He started making money. He started working. and then that like rewired my brain. I was like, hold on. You can just do this, you know? And I was like, well, if you can do it, I got to do it. Because I've been like, I would kill to do that job.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, that's the coolest job ever.
Yeah.
So then I bought my first camera, which was the A7 III.
Oh,
which
classic.
Is classic.
I have two of those still in my closet.
Yeah, which is better for photo than it is video, but still did like 4K up to like 24 frames.
I shot lots of videos on it.
My first few gigs were with that camera.
Yeah.
And then after that, just fell in love with it. So yeah, thank you, Dan, for doing what I could never do. Yeah.
My point in life where I was like, oh my gosh, I can do that. It's kind of really silly. It was in high school senior year, and I was going off to college. One of my good friends is like, well, at the time in high school, she loved art. She wanted to go to like an art institute and do art. And so she had kind of decided what route she wanted to take. And she had this like Kansas City Art Institute pamphlet about all the offerings you could do. And she just let me look through it for a day and just like look at it just for fun. And I was like, you can make a living doing art?
Totally.
Up to that point, I thought I was like, I have to go into like medical to make money. And at that point,
interesting.
Yeah, no, literally in high school, I took like college level science classes.
Oh, you're like, one of those smart kids.
I took the AP classes.
Yes.
I'm a nerd. We already had this conversation.
So checks out.
Off camera, we had the conversation.
I went to community college. Continue.
And so like before I went to college, I was able to be like, oh, you can make money from this. And I was like, that switched something in my brain where I was like, that's what I want to do. And so I went to college, declared my major, and kept it. And it was like, I love this. And I would literally work on projects until 3 a.m. to just like have extra stuff in my portfolio, because I was like, no one is going to guarantee that I can make money from this. Like, it's the best way you can make money doing photo and video is doing your own thing. I was like, well, I'm going to just like put in all the work in college and do extra projects and do all these different things and work until 3 a.m. and have this robust portfolio. So that way when I get out, I can do what I love. And I'm so thankful that I had that switch then. So then I was able to be motivated.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because I'm jealous that you knew that early. And I think people, like, if you're lucky enough to do that, like, amazing.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like, I was like not upset, but like I found out, if you're okay with me saying your age, like you're 28. Like I'm 28. You're 28. I'm 33. So you are younger than me by 5 years, and I feel like you're 5 years ahead of me.
Oh my gosh.
You know, so I'm like, you got a decade on me both ways.
Thank you for making me feel young, because I was at a bachelorette party this past weekend with a bunch of 24-year-olds, and I felt so old.
It's weird when you are like 20s are weird.
20s are weird. 24 versus 28 is so different.
Yes. I think your 20s are actually very hard, you know, and
Agreed.
Right? Like you're like 28, 29 for me was like tough. Because you feel like 30's right there.
No, I'm going through that right now because I turned
Okay.
29 in August.
Gross.
And
You're so old.
I feel so
Ew.
old. When I turned 20, I journal. And when I turned 20,
Samesies.
I wrote 3 things I wanted out of my 20s. And it was to travel,
Check.
to build a business,
Check.
and to live as authentically as I can. I'm now drinking a white girl espresso martini. I guess I could do better.
You committed to it.
Yeah.
When we were talking about this cocktail, you're like, you know what? Espresso martini.
And that's all the only parameters I had in my 20s. And I'm so thankful that I was able to do all 3 of those things.
You wrote that down when you were 20.
When I turned 20.
That's super introspective for a 20-year-old.
I know. I was like thinking about what I want out of my 30s. And I went back to that journal entry and I was like, I'm so thankful 20-year-old Sarah had such a clear vision of like,
That's it.
Giving parameters, but allowing myself to expand and become who I am. Because I don't know, like I had the pressure, I got married young. And so there was just like pressure of, you get married and in the Midwest, you usually have kids like right after you get married. And there's definitely that pressure there.
Only idiots do that.
Yeah. There's that
Ew.
pressure. And like, I totally get it, but I wanted something different. And like building this business was like my baby throughout my 20s.
And you're in your 20s. You're not in your 40s
Right.
pushing off kids. Like you're in your 20s.
Yeah,
That's
but like
amazing.
the pressure, like I'm sure other people can relate. I'm sure you can relate. Like people are like, oh, you can't make money as a photographer, or you can't do that, or this is just a little business. How's your little business doing?
Stop quoting my dad. My dad's great. He's very supportive. But it's just like that whole like.
Some people just don't get it.
Your parents have one job, and that's to make sure you're good.
Yes.
They will sacrifice without them, I think, realizing it, like your happiness to make sure like just have
they want
a roof over your head, have money in the bank.
Yes.
That's all you need.
And my mom has even told me, she's like, if I hadn't had the internet, I would have known there were more options.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I've talked about that with my mom, or maybe talked about my dad. Yeah. I don't have daddy issues. But like we do have an unfair advantage where it's like my dad growing up working at UPS, like, oh my gosh, if it was 82 and you get UPS,
oh my gosh,
you made it.
You did. And you're going to stay.
And he's doing great, you know, like he did it, you know, but like you didn't have Gary V barking at you in 82.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have the internet. Like you open up your phone right now, like, oh, like I can do anything.
No, like I always tell my mom, so I grew up as like a Disney kid. We went to Disney like every year. And I grew up watching the movies, and I always told my mom, I was like, you did this to me. I'm like, Disney told me I could do whatever I wanted and live fully and follow my dreams, and here I am. And you know, she was always like, in the beginning, I think, you know, she was nervous. She was like, you know, you need to make sure that you can pay your bills and stuff like that. I'm like, I totally get that.
Valid.
1,000%. And I'm so thankful I can pay my bills with a creative job. Not everyone can say that.
I just think just doing that is a check mark, let alone thriving at it like you are.
Oh, thank you.
Which is like the next step, you know, like I survived. And my dad did say that to me. We grabbed sushi. You ever had sushi before? I'm
allergic to fish.
Are you really?
Oh, I would end up in the hospital if we had fish.
I was trying to make like a super basic joke. You never had sushi before.
I have, and I had a reaction from it.
So
that's
sorry.
a whole story. But yes, go ahead.
You hijacked my story with your illness. I was grabbing sushi with my dad. It's so good. It's the best thing you can ever have.
Wow.
And we're talking about the business. I was like a month into full time. And he's like, you know, about this whole business thing. He goes, the classic, you know what you got to do.
Right.
And I'm like,
here
we go.
You're like, great. What unsolicited advice am I going to get today?
Like there's not enough pressure, you know, with my 3 kids. And he goes, survive the transition.
Wow.
And I was like, hey.
Wow, good advice.
Good advice, Dad. Because I had this pressure of like, it's my first year of business. I need to
excel,
make more than I did at UPS. And if I don't, I failed, or I've made a bad move, or I've hurt my family. I made less, you know. And I'm a very numbers guy, you know, budgeting, whatever.
Because money is real. I mean,
money is real.
You have bills. That is not. No, this is like exposure and
totally.
stuff can't pay your bills. Like,
you know. And and he did spend a decade watching me, you know, trying to
build it,
get a record deal or whatever it was, and now I'm doing the video side, but this obviously was making money, and you know, I don't know if he knew how much or whatever, but like but he said that so calmly, and it really landed with me, and it took the pressure off of like, I don't need to make more than I did at my corporate job of 12 years. Just survive the transition. I was like, that's right. Okay, cool. Yeah. You know, and that kind of just gave me permission to ease into it and take it easy.
Do you feel like you put more pressure on yourself than anyone else almost?
Oh my gosh. I hate myself.
Same.
Same. 100%. Like I will, you can overstress or whatever.
Yes.
And my wife will be like,
my husband's the same way.
yeah, it's like you're it even sounds weird me saying it 'cause it sounds gloating, but she's like, you do know you're crushing it right now. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like everything's on fire.
Right, everything's on fire. I'm not doing your job.
You know, she's like, no, you're doing good.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. You know, and being patient. It's like work hard. And I think like what you keep saying is like, but also have patience.
Yes.
Have patience with it. You know, like
I have to remind myself that still today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, because I got to be where, you know, Sarah give this advice and I should be where she's at in 3 months' time, and just steady progress. And I like where I'm at right now, and I think I find the most happiness just knowing I'm progressing at all. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Like, just be better than you are tomorrow or yesterday.
This year, yeah, exactly. This year, January was great for inquiries. February was like, okay. Sure. March was barren. Like no inquiries almost anywhere, and I was like freaking out, and my husband was like, just remember, like these happen, you know, this happens every year. You have a month where it's just like meh. Right, and I was freaking out,
and that's coming from someone who has their 2025 booked.
Yeah, because I was freaking out for 2026 because I was like, usually I hit these benchmarks in quarterly. Sure. And he's like, just wait it out. Let's just see what April looks like. He knows because he goes through this with me. April's been good. Yeah. You know.
He saw the trends.
Yeah, he's like, we go through this every year. There's always a month where you're like freaking out.
Well, it just goes to show you, no matter how successful you are, you have freak out moments. You have doubt. Yeah. You have imposter syndrome. You know, you have all these bad feelings. I tell Sarah, I go, it's so weird. My wife, Sarah, I gotta say that. My wife, Sarah, like, great name. It's a great name. Uh-huh. One day a week, I will feel so out of sync. Yeah. I am not, even if this business worked, like, is this what I'm supposed to do with my time on this earth? Like, I'll get super, like, I don't know.
Well, I know you are a religious, spiritual person. Yes. Like, and I am as well. And like,
I did not know that.
I find just like, we find value in like what we do here as like something that is like you want to make sure you're doing something that is worth your time here.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll legitimately like wake me up at night where I'm just like, this sounds super dark, but it's like me dying feels like it's 2 weeks away, and it's like, are you using your time wisely? Right. I will say, since I've transitioned, those thoughts are happening far less.
Oh, good.
Which is great.
Good. You made the right choice.
I made the right choice.
But no, it is scary.
It's scary, and for me, I feel like it's helped a lot. Like instead of being like, what can I do? Like flip that around, and I feel like I'm serving people more. Like, how do I make you enjoy your day? How do I help you have a good music video? Like when I started making content or videos for other people, that was huge for me. Because like doing the whole like band thing, I was like, sorry, I should have turned that off. That is my, I have friends. It's like doing the whole music thing. It's like, check out my song. Do you like it? Do you like me? Check it. Me. You know, with video, it's like, I'll make you something, you know? And that little paradigm shift of like putting my art or whatever to make someone else happy. Right. It's so much better.
Well, thank you for that reminder.
Sure.
Because I have a hard time seeing that. Truly. Like I have a hard time with being like, I am doing this business that feels so self-serving because I have such an like, I'm very thankful that I have flexibility of time. My job is to go to a wedding. Right. How cool is that? Like I'm so thankful that I get to do this, and it feels so self-serving, and it doesn't feel like it's work. And so it feels just very selfish.
You like it that much where it's like, this is amazing. And just in doing that though, like imagine how many like couples like you've touched with like your photos. Yeah. You made a post not too long ago. I think you were showing like everyone who's like framed your pictures in their homes. Yeah. Like hundreds of people. That's incredible.
I always tell people like, oh, where have you been published? I'm like, oh, my couples balls or their parents' photo albums that they show their friends.
I would argue is more important.
I agree.
I think your ego would like X magazine, but
Yeah.
like to be like, but like someone's photo album, like someone's grandkid will look at that, you know? And
Yes.
let's say they don't remember your name, but 50 years from now, they'll see that, like, I love that photo of my mom. Yeah. I love that photo of my grandma.
I have crazy stories of couples who come back to me and they're like, just so you know, like 6 months after the wedding, my grandpa passed away, and we used some of your photos at the funeral. And they're like, it means so much that you got those for us, so just thank you. And other crazy stories as well that I don't feel like I can share, at least like publicly, but like that's when in some ways I'm like, okay, this is meaningful and this is important.
It's like, yeah, it's the cliche, like life short, all that stuff. It's like, I shot a wedding last year, and one of the groomsmen passed away like a month later from an accident. And you get told that information. Like, I talked to that guy like 3 weeks ago. What do you mean?
Literally. He's gone.
Not, he was 25. Like, oh my God. What? You know, it's like, it sounds morbid, but like you forget that you can get caught up in whatever, and then you hear something like that, and you do realize like what we're doing is not life or death. Yeah. But you are capturing moments that people like. It could be their last moments, you know.
Literally.
And I think like to have a healthy reminder of that, not to be super bombastic, but like to bring your best every wedding. Yeah. No, it's so could
true.
be healthy.
Yeah.
Like I try not to like ever have like a drink or two before a wedding, like show up fresh, show up spry, get a jog in that morning, maybe cold plunge, whatever you got to do to like mentally prep, because like you don't know how important those moments are.
Yeah. Weddings too has made me be so thankful for family throughout this journey. I didn't grow up with extended family nearby. It was just like my immediate family. Like Thanksgiving would just be my immediate family. We didn't have a lot of family close. And a lot of my cousins just lived in different states. And so like family was like important, but it wasn't like my husband's family where everyone gets together and like Thanksgivings are like 50 plus people and like, you know, like everyone lives super close. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't want to live that close to my parents.
Who cares? It's their birthday.
I'm like, I like family's important, but I was like, what? And then like going through and, you know, doing 300 plus weddings, I'm like, wow, you know, like getting all these people together.
And you probably have a good sample size of like families that are fine and some like awesome families, and you kind of I have a really good one, you know, or however it lands, you know, and you like you said, you really appreciate it.
Like it just reminds me of what's important, and it helps shape throughout my 20s, because I think I was very individualistic in the beginning of my 20s.
You were a bad person for sure.
I was, but I was like my typical 21-year-old who's like,
21,
I'm moving away. Who cares, mom and dad?
I hate my hometown.
Yes.
Blink 182.
Bye.
Yes.
And I was just so thankful that I was able to be a fly on the wall and watch all these families and tell all these stories and just be able to soak it all in and be like, this is what life's about. Like, this is the point.
It grounds you.
This is the point of life, is like having this here.
Yeah. You have those bigger moments, and I don't know if you get this feeling too, but like I'll like fall in love with my wife watching other people get married. Is that sappy?
No, same.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, I love her.
Right? Or like when they read vows, I'm like, that's how I feel about my husband.
I'm like, wonder, like, we didn't write our own vows. Like, we did the whole Catholic, like, repeat with the priestess thing, you know. But I'm like, I want to write vows. Like, I want to have like a 10-year wedding anniversary and just celebrate her, you know, because like I lucked out. Like, we got married, you know, at 25, and like I think I like her more now.
Every year gets better. It's true, and that sounds so cheesy, but
I mean, sometimes she's horrible, you know. Let's not be too nice.
I think about this all the time. I'm like, it's really sad that like your community shows up for your wedding and then that's it. I'm like,
well, also your funeral, remember?
You know, 40, 50, 60 years later. I just wish that more people were like, people are like, oh, why do you need a vow renewal? I'm like, just celebrate it. If you want to just celebrate.
What exactly? Like one of my first paid gigs was a 25 wedding anniversary. It was like an Indian celebration, which apparently like in that culture, like it's a big deal for 25. Really? And it was like dances and speeches, and it was bigger than most weddings. Wow. It was amazing. Wow. And it just got me like, I don't know, like I was like, I want to celebrate like my 10-year and do something, whether even it's just traveling or whatever. But yeah, you see these people renew their vows or getting married, and it reminds you of that time.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I like about it. Can also torture you because I got 3 daughters and those
Oh
father-daughter
my gosh,
dances.
I can only
oh
imagine.
my gosh, some are terrible. Like they're still like in their princess dress Disney
Yes.
phase.
Yeah.
And then half those songs are like, you
My
used to
little
wear a
girl.
pink dress.
Yeah.
And
And Mike, some of you are crying in the corner.
almost half the weddings, like
Yeah.
like glassy-eyed, like
Yeah.
get it together, dude.
Wow.
You know?
I believe it though. Like I understand. Like that is just. It's so momentous. I mean, it's such a big milestone. Like my dad, a couple days ago, sent me just a photo of the screen in his car, and it was like he was listening to our father-daughter song from 5 years ago, and I was just like in my feels. I'm like, it's just like a moment that we'll have, forever.
Yeah,
You know, memorialized.
totally.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to get too personal, but like I don't know if you guys want to eventually have kids or
Uh-huh,
whatever, but
yeah.
like you'll experience all that over again. And
Yeah.
just this was yesterday.
Uh-huh.
We have new neighbors and they have
Okay.
3 boys.
Oh my gosh, what?
5, 3, and 1, the same age as my daughters.
Is
so
this a
first,
sitcom?
First off, yeah, I was like, back off.
Right?
But they were playing with them.
Yeah.
And I got that first feeling of like, oh yeah, like they're gonna like find a boyfriend
Right.
and eventually leave.
Yeah.
And it's so weird.
Like they're gonna grow up.
I know.
There's gonna be a time where they don't like you, Mike.
I know. Oh, that's already happened for sure.
Your 5-year-old's going on 15.
Yeah, she's
Or
already got
6 or one.
tattoos. She's rebellious.
Yeah.
No, the firstborn, we're tight. The second one, she scares me.
That's the one who's gonna get close when your first is like older and
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
finding
but-
herself. Then that's when the second kind of creeps in. I feel like.
Right? Yeah, second born here.
Yeah.
Can attest.
Yeah.
Let's say someone's listening right now and they don't even have a camera.
Okay.
And they're thinking the Sarah Kellie person sounds like she's in a spot in life where they would potentially kill to be at. What generic advice, not generic, but to totally put you on the spot, like what would be some borderline like first step advice to kind of kick them off at least on their first steps?
Okay, so they just got a camera and they're just wanting to get into weddings and just kind of get to where I am in 6 years. I would say right now you are in a position I wish I was in, which is you can't do anything wrong. I am jealous of you because you don't have that pressure. You don't have a brand yet. You don't have an audience yet. You get to figure it out right now. You have full freedom. And I know right now it's like so daunting because you probably have like 5 followers and one of them's your mom. But that's awesome. Like you get to go explore and figure it out, and there's no one way to do things. And you're going to make your own, you'll have your own successes and failures, but just remember that like you have just like a full canvas in front of you to create whatever you want. Like I love where I am right now. Again, I feel like I am in the golden era of my business, but there is pressure, right? I have 50 couples that are paying me to turn out a product for them that meets their expectations. And, that does take away time for me to explore creatively, in some ways. And so I am jealous of those who are listening who just have a camera and they're just trying to figure it out, because you get to just be a full creative artist and get to live and figure it out. So
that's excellent. Wasn't expecting that. That is so introspective.
Thank you.
Do you journal? I love that advice. I think it's again, and I feel like what I've said multiple times during this episode is like, oh, I'm jealous of where you're at, or I'm jealous of what you've accomplished, and I want to be where you're at. You know, all those things. And you, with that advice, is a quick reminder of like, be happy where you're at.
Yeah.
Be grateful at every stage.
Yeah,
that's it.
There's pros to every stage.
There's pros to every stage. Like someone with their first camera, like they're not booked for a year and a half out, but
they're working their 9 to 5.
They might have more freedom than you do right now to just do whatever. Explore was such a good word.
Do whatever you want. Like I
love that.
Yeah, I've got some seconds right now who are more in their like first year or two of their business, and I'm so jealous because they get to just they have more open weekends and they're just traveling and doing some free sessions or styled shoots and really getting creative and get to explore. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I love that for them. I'm like, that is one thing that I don't get to have. which is
Sure.
which is fine. Like it's just a trade off.
I was gonna say everything's a trade-off. You're always betting.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's a good reminder. It's so easy to be like jealous of someone in your position, and you've put in years of work to get there.
Yeah.
But it's a good reminder that someone like yourself can also be jealous of someone buying their first camera.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I love
please
that.
buy Sony. They're the best.
We're gonna get in a fight. Yeah. All those Canon people.
Yeah. Boo.
That's actually one of the first questions you asked me. You're like, "What do you shoot?" I was like, "Sony." Like,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Was that the right answer? Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
So that's probably my biggest thing.
I like that. I really like that.
Good.
Yeah, you did good with the advice. I try to get like
good answer. Good
answer.
answer.
The podcast people like on one like tangent, like what would you tell somebody, you know, or your past self, or however I phrase it. And that was really nice.
I hope that tax season went well for you, because my other advice for somebody who's a little bit more into the weeds things.
Okay, maybe a year or two in.
Yeah,
okay.
like small business taxes are really hard.
That's right.
Yeah, like have help, know what you're getting into, because small business taxes are wild. I wish I knew a lot more, like my first year when I filed.
I think I need to ask you questions off camera, because this will be my first year doing it.
It's crazy.
I'm a little nervous.
So get someone who can help you, even if it's not like a CPA. If you've got friends or family who might be able to assist, or even like I don't have like a truly like CPA who's helping me like month to month necessarily, but even if you have someone who can just help you during tax season, that's amazing. I
have one of those smart tax people.
Good.
You call them CPAs
or whatever they're called.
So I have my person, and I talked to her. Like I filed some from last year. Okay. But I was still working at UPS, so I got like started. Yeah. You know, like here's my
toes in the water.
I got my toes in the water. Like here's what I made. Here's what I did this. But that wasn't my main income. I was like, now this is my main income. So we're setting up a meeting to go over it all. But yeah, that is going back to one of our earlier talks. I was like, what's the hardest thing about going full time, Sarah Kellie? And you're like, taxes.
Taxes. And now I have to become an S corp. That's what my tax person's telling me.
Okay, so did you start off with an LLC?
Yeah, I'm an LLC right now.
Okay, great. That's where I'm at. And I was like, should I be S corp, or what's the?
You can stay as an LLC for as long as you want, like forever. S corp gives you some advantages. I feel a little not super ready yet to jump into S corp. That's why I didn't become an S corp for this year, because there's deadlines. So I didn't hit the deadline to file, but as an S corp for this coming tax season.
With basic, I don't know how in the weeds we want to get, because this gets kind of personal, but could you give any basic pointers for myself? Like it's my first year, full company, LLC, limited liability company.
Ooh.
As how to save for it, how to file, like what quick tips would you give?
Okay, well,
for that,
if I was talking to Sarah like 5 years ago,
exactly,
save 30% of your income. Make sure that you are setting yourself up, even if you're not ready to file quarterly taxes maybe this year, but get ready to start doing that.
Quarterly?
Yes.
I did not know that was a thing.
If you make too much money in a quarter and you do not file quarterly taxes, you pay a fine.
What?
Yeah. Be careful.
Oh, okay. My brain, I thought taxes were always an annual April 15th thing.
It can be. If you're okay with paying the fee, it can be.
Is the fee substantial?
It depends on how much you make. I usually get before I went quarterly, you get dinged usually in the fall.
So if you're in a different bracket,
it just depends. It's not crazy. Like
sure, but still, if you can avoid it.
My fees were always under $1,000.
Gotcha.
And because like your tax professional will help you try to move some things around.
Right. How much in your house do you work out of? Let's write off that square footage. Sure.
So just prep for quarterly taxes, and know that you get dinged if you don't pay quarterly taxes and make too much in a quarter. What else would I say? Yeah. Oh, make sure you're tracking all of your expenses, anything and everything.
Do you do like an Excel sheet?
I put it all in HoneyBook.
Oh, cool.
Some people use QuickBooks. Some people hate HoneyBook. Sorry for that being controversial, but I also like my tax professional has to take our utilities because like I have an office in my house, so that's a write-off and stuff like that. So like things that you wouldn't think about.
I can write off my utilities.
Part of it.
Oh.
So you take the square footage of your office.
She told me to do that.
you've got a big one.
Do I?
I mean,
all right. I don't know if this all counts as my office.
I don't see anyone checking.
I'm well. It's maybe because you saw my office.
Yeah. Just put a camera right there.
Right. It's like I do. Okay, so I didn't know if it's like this is still the Henthorne Media podcast. I mean,
this is a setup right here.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like
This is your office.
This is still like networking and business talk. Yeah. And then I have that, and then I don't know if I can write off booze. I was like, can I write off the drinks? Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so the square footage and some utilities, and know what you can write off, and all that
have
stuff.
A good person to assist you with it.
Okay.
And just remember that you're gonna make mistakes. It's okay, but taxes can be
hard.
Yeah.
You made me feel a lot better because I do have I've been filing taxes with the same lady since
so she knows you.
She knows me.
Yeah.
She knows me. She knows my family. So I have someone in my corner. Good. So get you somebody.
Get you somebody.
Taxes. Yeah. Oh man, fun. Man, we're really
yeah.
We talk about everything. We're like, how do you do your taxes?
I know. Yeah.
We're wired off espresso
how
martinis.
How do you become an S corp? Never. I don't know. S corp is crazy.
It's bad because these are the questions I want to ask you, but I was like, I don't know if it's like
entertaining
podcast talk.
S corp is crazy. Like you become an employee of your business, of your corporation, so you get a base salary every year.
That's amazing.
So and you have to pay yourself monthly or whatever you want to set it up as, and then you have some lower taxes that way,
right?
And you can write off stuff more.
It sounds like it's definitely the way to go if kind of where you're at, like you said, you're almost ready for it, where you have your processes, it's more consistent, it's more reliable. It's not down the road.
I mean, it's still down the road for me too.
Congrats on flirting with the S corp. Sounds legit.
It's gonna become Sarah Kellie Corp.
Corporation. And I just set up my Commerce Bank business account.
Oh, good job.
I know it was way more involved than I thought.
Oh my gosh, it's insane.
I thought it was just because I was talking to my dad about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I need to set up because I had a Henthorne Media Commerce account, but it was a checking account. Right. And I go, I think I need an actual business account. He goes, no, it's just the same. And you just, and I'm like, I don't know. So I sat down, all fancy.
Oh, wow.
I had a folder.
Suit and tie.
Hey, do I need, because my whole thing of doing the LLC was if I get sued, I don't want to lose my house.
1,000%.
So I started the limited liability company. Yeah. It was the first thing I learned in business school. If you have a hot dog stand and that hot dog stand runs over a grandma, have an LLC so they can only take your hot dog stand and not your house.
Yes.
That was the awesome community college example. So I thought it was safe.
Yeah.
And I talked to the bank lady, and she's like, "You're not safe at all. If you get sued, your normal checking account or however you're set up, yes, you have an LLC, but they can still get you and all your assets."
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So immediately I was like, "Let's set this up," and they needed my EIN number and this. And I had to bring my Sarah, and it took 2 hours to set it up.
It's crazy.
Shout out to Commerce Bank.
No, but
yeah, it's
so
done.
True. Make sure you have good contracts. Make sure you have a good LLC. You're legal.
Yeah, all that stuff.
You just never know.
Because I just want to have peace of mind.
Make sure you're insured. You'd be surprised how many people don't have insurance that I've met.
Right? Isn't that weird? Yeah. Some people are just just winging it.
Winging it. Yeah.
But baby steps, it's my first year of business, and I just got a business account a couple months ago.
No, fair. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta, but I didn't know.
I mean, I didn't know either at the beginning of my business. I was without one for a while.
You don't know what you don't know.
Don't know what you don't know.
So it's baby steps.
Still.
I really enjoyed this. I feel like I could talk to you for hours.
I know, right?
Just picking your brain selfishly. So I hope I didn't get too
I've had a
self-indulgent
great
with
time.
my questions. You're so your information's very valuable, and I hope people who are listening got a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Would love to have you on again sometime with more white girl espresso martinis. Yeah, you're crushing it, and
thank you.
I hope, like you said multiple times, you're in your golden age.
I think so.
The confidence to say from anybody, I'm in my golden age, I think what most people are striving for, and some people may never get. And you're 28.
I really hope.
And you're in your golden age.
I mean, maybe I'll be wrong, and 35 just gets better and better. I'll be in my golden age in my mid 30s. Who knows?
To feel that way in your 20s.
I'm building a nonprofit. Maybe that'll be my golden age then.
Well, again, just the fact that you're even feeling this way, not saying it won't get better, hopefully it does.
Yeah.
But to feel like I think you feel accomplished.
I do.
And
Yeah.
just that alone is so cool.
I've had enough downs to know when I'm living my best life in my business. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
I love that. So from the bottom of my heart, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's so cool. I think we should call it.
Okay.
On that note, on the golden age into many golden ages to come.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To
Thanks for
empty
doing
glasses.
this.
Of
Empty
course.
glasses.
Yeah.
I got one more shot.
There we go.
Goodbye. So good.
Woo, that was great.